Welcome back to CKQ Podcast. My name is Clement. I am your host. And today, before I introduce the panel, just a little housekeeping. Could you guys... Why is this not working? Oh my God. Okay, we'll do that. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. I come out with a live every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And before we introduce the panel, all of their links are going to be in the description below. Follow them. Etsy also has my... Oh, look at that. Maddie's here. Etsy also is in the description. Check out my Etsy page. I try to add one link in there every single week. I'm a little slow on there right now, but, give me a break. But to start introducing the panel, we're going to start off with John, Black Wall Street. Say hi to the panel, John. Say hi to your fans.
Hey, everybody. Hello, fans out there in YouTube land. Hit like and subscribe. Come visit the channel. Learn about options.
Awesome. We got Neek.
Hi, everyone. Just here to join the conversation. This is my second time on the show. Excited, happy to be here, and yeah, let's get it going.
Let's get it going. And we got Christina to the panel. How you doing?
Good. Hey everyone. My name is Christina. I'm at The Blooming Ebony. Hopefully I'll have content out soon on YouTube, and I'm super happy to be here.
Awesome. So we got some topics ready to go. You guys seen them? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna start with the first one. Who are better flirts, modern men or women? All right. Neek, we'll start with you. You were smiling. You looked ready. You looked like you wanted to go.
I'm always ready, right? I gotta say women. I have to say women have taken over the flirting game. Like they're out here. They're ready. They're eager.
You think so?
I do.
You think women?
Yeah.
We'll
now, like they're out there. I think with that whole like Amber Rose slut shaming era, whatever was going on back then, like these women it's a new breed, and they are not quiet. They are not, evasive in any way. They are ready.
Women are a little bit more out there. I will say that. I don't know if that constitutes flirting, but I will say they are a little bit more out there.
I was just in a bar and a guy was trying to watch the game with his friend, and a lady asked the waiter what drink was he drinking so that she could have them send him a drink. And it was messed up because he came back and said that he's just drinking water and he's just here to watch the game. So
Should have sent him some water with ice cubes. Then see, that would have been a good flirting move right there. All right, that's flirting.
I think they're making moves, and I don't know if it's more so to prove that
they can.
Maybe women are willing to do things, nice gestures for men up front to let you know, hey, you know, I'm not just trying to use you to buy me drinks all night, but I am interested. You know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. We'll go to the ladies first. Christina.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, go for it.
I would have to agree. I would also say women.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But I think with with the rise of hypergamy, I think women are more likely to flirt now because they want more information about the men that they're pursuing. And so they use that as a strategy to get more information from them, to figure out where they are and like their financial ranking. And so I think they use flirting to make themselves appear like, you know, that gift that the man has been missing his whole life.
No comment. All right. All right. John, please save me here, man. Save me.
I'm gonna tell you, you put two words in there that messed me up.
Let's hear it.
Modern men and modern women. I am ancient. I am a dinosaur.
You got kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
I have a teenager. I do have one teenager, and
you told him some valuable lessons in that last video.
I have taught him some valuable lessons, and I've also, me and him have a very open relationship. Like, we talk about a lot of stuff. He tells me everything, and based on what now this is not my opinion personally, but I'm just going by what I observe because I don't really get out anymore. Women flirt now.
Really interesting,
man. Yeah, bro, they be in his inbox. I mean, it helps that he's 6'8", 245. But
goddamn, he's like a 1%. Goddamn.
So, but they be in his DM. They be in his on his IG. I mean, they pursue him, and a lot of the young guys sit back and they eat that up. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I've noticed.
What do you mean by the young guys?
Man, like, so you said modern women and modern men.
Correct.
So the guys, this new generation of guys, and I'm not really, I forget how old you are. Well, I don't forget, but we're just not gonna air that out. But
that's fair. I'm good. Go
the
for
guys
it.
between 21 to 25, 26, right? They don't feel like they have to pursue women. Like, they don't go after them.
Oh yeah.
I was like, ooh, woo. Because I remember one day wishing, oh, Jesus, if I could just go back in time. Because I would chase them. I would go after them. That's all I know. But the guys now, they just don't. They don't flirt. They don't put in no effort. They just show up and pose up.
Yes.
That's it.
The post up on the wall.
The guys now are peacocking. They peacock.
They're
dressed nice and they peacock around like, hey, look at me.
Yeah, they're like getting dressed head to toe. They're the new woman. Like,
I'm a male bird. Want to flirt? Want to mate?
Huh. Okay. So then, guys aren't really actually doing anything. Well, why do you think that is?
I don't think guys have to anymore. So I think with sexual liberation on the woman's side, men are getting what they want for free. I think before, flirting was part of their investment to get, the best wife, their best partner, to, get children. But nowadays, women aren't really doing the vetting, or some women, not all women, aren't doing the vetting they used to do. And so since, the market's easier, men have to do less to get what they want.
I agree with that. From what I've seen, I agree with that.
I feel like it's a pride thing because the women now that are raising the future men are doing a poor job, right? And so I feel like that too. They don't, and so they're not taught, how to approach a woman, they're not taught how to do anything, right? But play the game. And so when you get that and you put them in a room with people, they don't know how to act out, you know, their feelings or their thoughts because they're stuck in front of a TV all day, right? And so they have no language, you know, they just, it's not there. They don't know, you know, how to approach people, even if they want to. So they're shy, they're apprehensive, they stand back and they just kind of look and they turn to their crew, their homeboys. And that's where the relationship is. And so if you go out, you'll see these guys with each other, talking to each other, just standing there looking. And they never look at a woman, they never invite her over, they never go approach her, but they'll point at her or talk to their friend. You'll see that going on, but you will never see the interaction because they just don't know how, I think.
They made some great points.
They did.
Those are excellent. I agree with both of those points. Because there's actually research about this generation of young men between the ages that I was saying, 18 and 27-ish, 8-ish, and they can get over in the 31s and 32s also. But let's just focus on the ones around in the 20s and down to late teens. That these guys have kids in general, they don't have the same social skills as as the previous generation. They don't. They really don't. Like they're online socializing through headsets, but there's no physical interaction, so they don't really read body cues well, and they just don't. They don't engage, and they don't want to engage. They don't like engaging.
Well, okay. So let me say this though. I wouldn't say that it's so much that they don't like engaging, but let's put it this way. Because of the internet, because of things like Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff, sexual liberation, it's globalized the sexual marketplace. So now women from a much younger age are getting DM'd by men, learning how to talk to men, flirting, and doing all of that stuff. While men their age would have been suitable, past generations, now their men their age don't really mean much anymore. It's kind of like Drake can be in some high schoolers DM, and it's like she may be perfect for Johnny in her classroom or the next door neighbor Johnny, but Drake is in her DM, so she's about to get flued out. So like, and then she's gonna come back with far more experience when it comes to sexually, like interacting with men, all of that stuff. Whereas Johnny's finally getting his balls up to walk up to her and say hi, and she's not gonna give him the time of day because he's kind of like, man, get that weak shit out of here. Are you kidding me? Like, I just got flued out and you're just coming over here saying hi to me, waving at me. Not in a bad way, but it's like women's standards of how men have to approach has raised up because now they get flooded with men on a daily basis. When you're talking DMs from Instagram, when you're talking dating apps, you're talking Facebook, social media in general, heavily favors women.
But it's always been like that.
But it's
not been like that.
Social media has ramped it up.
Even before social media, then y'all, who's been to everybody who's been to college, right? Have y'all seen the ladies when y'all were at the college? How many dudes did not go to school there, but they was there? The dorms.
Yeah,
I've been to some colleges.
They hunt. They hunt. You understand? It's been like, even when I was young, the girls, man, them high school girls didn't want us.
Yeah, I think it was
college freshmen. They wanted college sophomores. We wasn't good enough. You know, we walking around here, and I walk you home, Tony. Thank you, though.
Right. Yep. And then some women, they date up, right? To the college.
Women constantly,
Women do date up.
Which it's smart. It's a smart sexual move. I mean, you're always going to be, if you're going to be having kids, you want it to be with someone that could provide, not someone that is, you know, really on your same level. That's actually no. Women move up like biologically faster than men do. So
yeah, they're more mature.
Exactly. We're gonna add one more person in the stream. Elmer, welcome.
Hey, Elmer.
Hey, what's up?
How's everybody doing? Hi, Nick.
Hey, doing well.
So, Elmer, who are better flirts, modern men or women?
Yo, when I read that, I couldn't. It blew my shit because I was actually talking to someone, a friend of mine, because a coworker of mine sent me the thong song, but it was Amber Mark's version, and she was like, "Oh, this version is so good, it's so sexy and stuff like that." And then I saw it and I'm like, "What the fuck is this? This isn't sexy at all. Like Cisco is way sexier than this." And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, it. We know how to. We know how to flirt with. It's almost like sus, because I'm like, guys know what they want to hear when they get flirted with, and then girls know what they want to hear when they get flirted with, and the whole thing is just like me trying to figure out
what she wants to hear.
Mm-hmm. Because what I would want to hear is different from what she would want to hear, and it's all about. The problem is and the difference is with guys, it's like they're usually the initiator, so exactly, you have to be. So like I feel like guys would be better at it.
But we're talking modern guys and modern women.
Yeah, it just threw my whole generation out. Like,
listen, we're in the real times, all right? We're updating, okay?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to iPhone 12 already, okay? Come on.
Modern time, I think they're both tied for last. I don't think we. I don't think we really. That's not really a thing we. No, flirting now is like sending an emoji out. You know what I'm saying? So like the art of talking isn't really as big as it used to be. That's what I think. I'm
pointing like she can see me, but
you still got to pick one though. All right, that was a good way to lay on the fence. You still got to pick one. All right, I'm not laying off the hook. You just stop talking like, oh well, he bought that. Get the hell out of here.
There you go. I'm done. See you guys. Man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say guys, because guys, it's still like 70-30.
Come in with the bros.
Guys initiating it. You know what I'm saying?
No one's gonna comment on that. Neek, you look like you want to comment on that.
She did.
She was like, "What the hell is this guy saying?
What is he talking about? Let me just put him together real quick."
So, you know what, Elmer and I from last time, we are on the same planet in two different worlds.
So Elmer, we were saying that, or at least I was saying, and we were just kind of talking about it.
There it is, right there.
The internet globalizing the sexual marketplace makes it so that women are getting DM'd and learning to flirt a lot faster than most men are. So if men aren't putting themselves out there, women are going to be learning how to flirt with other men that are actually putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
So in reality, women are better than men right now.
I see it as like a new thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're developing their skill now, because now they have to. Because like there's like less men for all of them, so now you're just like, oh fuck, I gotta
less men that they actually want. Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta start talking my shit now, because like all the good guys are taken, and I gotta convince this guy that I'm fucking worth it.
And see, in my day, it was more like what Chris was talking about. Like the girls, they vetted. Like you, bro. You didn't even come. You had to get a job, and you had to have a car.
Yeah.
If you didn't have those two things, like that whole women talking about some, I don't know where my baby daddy going, how we gonna pay. No, because they didn't. If you didn't have a job, you was disqualified from the fun thing.
Yeah, but
fun things.
here's the thing, and this is why we're excluding. We're only focusing on modern times. Black Wall Street. It's because now that was the flirting, a car and a job. Now everyone has a car and a job.
That's true.
Everyone like, so now we got to level up. Now we got to be like, man, now I got to start being a philosophical motherfucker, talking about like politics and shit. So it's like with every generation it gets like more and more complicated, and you got to like just catch up to them.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I wish it was just a car and a job. I'd be like, hey, I got a car and a job. Let's go.
Well, no, I mean, that was just the prerequisite.
Register one at McDonald's. I'm good.
You still
I'm
had
the shift leader.
you still had to be able to talk to him, and you had to be able to listen to him. Like, that was just those. Not having those was a disqualifier. Like, that whole he's in between jobs things. They will tell you, well, let me know how that works out, because they were not going to lay down with you and risk getting pregnant by you and then try to figure out what we're going to do now. Like, it's just not happening. When I mean you was disqualified, you was disqualified. Like, there was no more talking. And it's like, oh, that's what gold diggers all you care about. No, I care about me. I care about my body. You ain't fixing to have me out here wondering how I'm going to feed this baby.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be around. And if I have to go down there and tell you talk to them folks, if you're going to be able to pay. For a long time, if you didn't have a job, you could get away with not paying. Child enforcement, that only came about here, under Clinton? Was it Clinton? I think it was Clinton, where they started criminalizing it, where you could get arrested and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
For a long time, you just quit your job. You did not have to pay child support at all. And that was a big scare. That was what scared them. So you had to have that. But yeah, we was all about flowers and just talking to the girl, and you meeting them at church and stuff like that when we were young. When it was
the stuff that you'd be stupid to do nowadays. Like, you show up on the first day with flowers, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong?
That's a nice ticket to friend zone right there. Like, oh my god, you're like my brother.
Pre-twerk era.
Yeah. Christina, you were about to say something actually towards what was Elmer was saying.
Yeah, I was thinking, I feel like now it's just, they still want the job in the car, but they want the better car and they want the better job. Like, they want the Porsche, whereas before he had a Camry and he was paid off. That was a good sign.
Yeah.
Now even if it's leased and you don't own it, as if you're driving it, that's enough. And
that's a great point, because it's like back in the day, you didn't have like someone else to look at with a better car. Like, you had that one kid in your neighborhood who had a car, and you're like, I gotta get him. You're not looking at the other neighborhood. Now you're on TikTok. Now you're on Instagram. You're like, this guy's a way better car. Let me slide into that.
I think it's too easy to make money now. Back in the day, you had to go to work somewhere like every day. Say if you're a guy, maybe you're pushing grocery carts or, bagging groceries and things like that, washing cars, mowing lawn. Now, like, you can get on the internet right here, and make thousands of dollars. So
Black Wall Street. Right.
So you can afford more. So I think people are now tied to the materialistic side of dating because it's flashy to the eye more so than who the person actually is. That's why you see all these baby mamas and this stuff, situations, because it's not about who they are, it's about what they have.
Right. And that's why you see like relationships,
and it makes it easy to avoid
more relationships crumbling. You see like them, because there's no stability. There's nothing.
They don't know each other.
There's no foundation on that.
It used to be I need you because if we're together, we'd both be better off. Whereas now it's like, I want you because you have the things that I want.
Yeah.
So if you lose those things, I don't want you anymore.
Convenience. It's all out of convenience.
From the women's side or the men's side?
From the women's side.
Women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Elmer, you paused there.
Because that was a good distinction. I'm like, oh man. And it's like, men are pieces of shit. They'll like leave you.
Whoa.
Even if they are, if they're 100% happy,
no,
they'll leave you.
No. Listen. First of all, men are the real romantics. Okay, men are the real. Because we actually love the woman for her versus she will love us for what we can do.
Yeah,
but there's a reason behind it, though. It's just.
It's hypergamy.
What you're gonna do with it? Because you could either be really messy with that, or
What do you mean?
A good person. Because like we were speaking about earlier, we're looking at that because we're looking at you as the father of our kids, right? Or the leader of my household. So I do need to see what you can do for me. But some women take it further than that, and they're just like, "What can you do for me? Because I just want a bag,"
Like, so do you guys think gold diggers is like a thing that should be shunned?
I I do. I mean, I do.
You think
Because
it should be shown?
you know who's after you for money, and you know who's just trying to be sure that I don't link up with the wrong person because of a facade.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they should be shunned. Like, who wants that? Nobody want nobody. No.
It's really so. It's really just capitalizing on your hypergamy, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think in some cases it can be a win-win. Like some men
Exactly.
want that particular woman, and they'll do what it takes to get her, and then they do what she wants. So it's completely transactional, but it's completely fair. They're both winning.
Yeah. They're both getting exactly what they want.
If the woman's being like, manipulative and pretending to love him to get what she wants, then that
correct.
Yeah, it depends on like how you do it. And it depends if you're like old. If you're like an old guy and nobody wants to date you and you got money, like go ahead and do it.
Man, listen, that's not stopping.
If you old and got money, boo boo, everybody.
Hugh Hefner, bro.
Everybody wants it.
You ain't never getting in the friend zone. You can get out the friend zone. I promise you that. Like, girl, I just learned so much talking to him. It's a thing.
I mean, I look at a partner, you know, for financial stability in a partner, because I know that there may be a time like when I have kids that I can't go to work, you know, and or I may, you know, bleed out and have to, you know, miss a year of work. And I just need to be sure that you have, you know, the mentality and the will to support us if something should happen to me. I don't want us dependent on you know, me as an equal partner. So in some ways, I do believe in hypergamy. I do believe in practicing it, not as to where you should be using the man for like Chanel bags, but for, hey, if something happens, I know you know how to go out and get it because I got to sit on the bench for a while, you know. In the game, and we can still. So I think that's why I say it's room for it if you know how to operate in that world. It's just when it starts getting messy.
That's why like I don't want to say shun the gold digging, because really we're all, it's not about the money ever, really. Even in gold digging, it's about the mentality. It's about what you just described, like, hey, if something happens, like I need someone to back me up. I need someone to be there for me. And like, as it could be Monique, or it could be like, oh sorry, no, is it Monique? I forget.
That's fine.
It could be Nick, or it could be, you know, Amber Rose, you know what I'm saying? Like they're both the same in that's what's driving them. And that need for stability. And Amber Rose is just way more, it's like way more exaggerated. You know what I'm saying? And without any discipline almost. So like you don't really shun that. You just like, you know, you try to understand that and feel bad for it, and hopefully they all, like, you know, come to like a reality.
John, you look very confused over there, my man.
I'm just listening.
Perplexed, bro. You're perplexed.
Because see, here's the thing. If you are in a relationship, the finances should really be secondary, because the only thing should be first primary is, do you like this person? Stop getting in these contractual agreements just for convenience. You can do and have so much more freedom if you just do it by yourself. I promise you, it's a lot better situation than you being with somebody you really don't like.
Yeah.
You done got married, you don't really like this person, makes a lot of money, but do he make a lot of sense when he talk?
Yeah.
What else does he do you don't like? Does he respect you? Because at the end of the day, a female, I don't care what nobody thinks. I know what the research says, and I know what I've observed. They're emotional. They decide from an emotional place. You understand? And if you are not giving them that time they need, if you are not giving them that, making them feel like they matter, your wallet will no longer matter, because she will leave a six-figure dude. She will leave somebody deep into a millionaire will get left.
Yeah.
I watched one. I worked for a guy. His wife be coming in asking for $75,000 just to go Christmas shopping. She working for a dude who lived in a trailer. Why? Because he had time. He made her feel like she mattered. Dude was with me all the time, making that money. But guess what? Didn't matter at the end of the day because he was not around. She never mattered. Eventually, shopping gets boring and old. And it didn't matter. And she didn't like him, so she divorced him. Money is good, but it's not everything.
It shouldn't be the top of your priorities.
No, it shouldn't be the top of your priorities. It should be, if y'all build together, you're gonna have more respect. That's why I don't like them ready-mades. Like I don't, and I don't mean people with kids. When I say ready-made, I'm not talking about that because I'll jump into somebody who's got some kids quick. I like kids, but depends on how they was raised.
I was gonna say that's a big caveat, man.
But what I'm saying is,
the kids are 20.
Most people, the kids are gonna be 20 or older. So, but with y'all, I would understand.
Yeah,
but with
kids were 20 at my age, goddamn, like, nah, fans.
It's a couple of them out there. It's a couple
like,
but yeah, so if you go out there and y'all start together, college, I think, is a good time to meet. I think it is, and you struggle together. Y'all should be broke together. Y'all should figure, because then you're going to see what you need to see. You're going to see that staying power. You're going to see what kind of thought process he got. You're going to see if he can provide. He might be providing at a smaller level, but the fact is he figures things out and he makes good decisions.
Yeah.
No.
So now let me bring something back towards you. Oh, I guess his food just came in. So for what he was saying, and that's why I say like the internet kind of like ramped up the whole hypergamy thing, because before, back in the day, those women were dating the men that were around, and they'll still be going for the men that were older that could drive or whatever, but that's still a very small pool. Now the pool is the world. It's literally from around the globe.
True.
And the guys that are rich enough or have the resources to fly them out in college, they're going to go out with that guy as opposed to that one that they're going to have to struggle with in an apartment to maybe eat like, tuna fish and corned beef. Like, like why? When they could just get flown out and like have steaks and lobster like every night. Yeah.
Well, but you know what? That flued out thing is just for a short amount of time because it's a revolving door,
Yeah. It is. But that's why it also creates an unrealistic expectation.
It does. But then they find out soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like don't wait when they're old. Like don't wait like from 18 to 30, fuck around. Like get whatever you can get. You know what I'm saying? But everyone learns eventually, and then
that's right.
Everyone learns eventually, and then you'll be at the age where they go, it's not all about the planes and the jets and the lobsters, and you go like, it's not all about the hose and the P word. So you get, like you
keep it YouTube friendly.
If you want to take if you want to take a 19-year-old, go right ahead. Like let her learn, and then I guess that's the other part too. Like, how much do you want them to learn? Like
that's really what I'm saying.
That's an insecurity amongst guys. So I don't know. I guess you can do whatever. But I feel like that's also like not going to be a real thing anymore. Like eventually, every girl's going to have like a number. Is going to have like a body count. So you gotta get rid of that in your head.
At this point, you kind of assume that. But you like the assumption is that, as well as like, let's hope she doesn't have any tapes that are like put out there. That's really like, it's kind of like, all right, listen,
yo, let me see them tapes.
All right, listen, to each his own, to each his own. I can't wipe up someone with some tapes. That's just me.
Everybody's got tapes, Clem. Everybody got tapes.
I don't know.
Everybody's got OnlyFans.
I know that.
That's boy. I'm starting to see why. I'm starting to see why. If that's a real thing. Like girls that's in there that's around 25, 26 are going after 40-year-plus-year-old men, and that's the thing. And I'm starting to see why it's a thing. Oh boy, I'm starting to understand
why.
Because we talk.
Curious.
Because what?
We talk. We communicate.
Oh yeah.
Emotions. We do all of that.
And because you got money.
Nah, not all.
You have money.
You can supply a lifestyle, but I'm curious. So, what do you mean? What do you mean? I can learn from this.
It was at one point I was thinking like, you know, we talking, and I'm noticing that more and more of my friends were dating, you know, women that were young enough really to be their daughter, depending on when they started. Like about a 20-year age gap. I was like, bruh, she gassing you up, bruh. She just, and then I wrote it off as that. And everybody else did. Until I started seeing her bring him lunch and pull up and taking him. I said, whoa. I said, bro, what? Man, then I'm like, I think it was a little bit of undercover hating on my part. Bro, you don't need to do that. Like, what do y'all possibly have in common? And bro, you know she young enough to
that's her way out. You gotta understand like what's out here, what's available to her.
That's exactly what made me recant all of that. Cause I was like, I see what's out there. I see what is she really did like him. And then about 4 or 5 more popped up like blue, blue, blue. I said, well, I hear y'all R. Kelly's, y'all go on.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they like them. That just means that it's a what is it, like a cushion. It's something there. If I fall, I'm not gonna die or hurt because something's there, rather than getting the dude in college that can do noodles every day and trying to figure it out.
What you're saying, Wall Street. Sorry, Nick,
go ahead.
What you're saying, Wall Street, is me and Clem got to step it up. We're acting like we're not talking enough. We're not cool enough. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that.
It ain't about being cool. It's not about being cool. It's about
what do you say? What do you mean by talk more? Then what do you mean by talk more?
You have to know how to engage a female. Like you got to engage her. Like talk to her. Like guys try to think of the cleverest things to say, and it's stupid. And whatever if you're thinking something clever to say, I promise you, boo boo. The next thing come out your mouth is dumb. It sounds.
What do you mean?
And you might get away with it if you're kind of cute.
You don't walk up to a girl. You don't walk up to a girl and say. You don't walk up to a girl and say, "Oh, excuse me, you look almost as cute as I do. So, what's your name?" No,
yeah, you could get away with that.
That's what I'm saying. Do it with a
smile.
Get
away with that.
Get a little wink. Come on, man.
Clem, you're mad handsome, bro. Like
it's the bow tie. It's the bow tie, bro.
Yeah.
But you have to engage. The point is to engage her and stimulate her mind. Like she's not just this thing that looks pretty. She actually has a brain up there, and it works. Yeah. You want to find out if it does work some. Yeah. And where a thought process, see if she can stimulate you back. You don't know what.
I do 100% agree with you on that. And that actually goes back to something I think we spoke about it before, where it comes down to dick discipline for guys. Seriously, it's dick discipline for guys. A lot of us, we are too driven by our hormones, and we kind of just want to sleep with just about anything. Mm-hmm. So we can't really listen to a girl for too long because we're already thinking about trying to sleep with her. Mm-hmm. Versus a guy who's actually charting his path through life, he can talk to a girl because he could see, hey, does she kind of bring value into what I'm trying to do?
Mm-hmm. Like as much as she's judging you, you should be judging her.
Correct. Yeah.
You should be trying to figure out where you're going to
actually fit in.
Right. Just ask her to do something with you. Treat her like, I don't mean this like that, but you know what I'm trying to say, ladies. Treat her like she was one of your homeboys. Like, how would you talk to them? Like, would you talk to them about the third? Why don't you ask her what she likes to talk, what she like? Why don't you find out there? And then if you know something about it, expound upon it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you play chess, ask her, hey, do you know how to play chess? Yeah, come on, let's play. What? And then talk to her about it. Find out what she know about it. Anything. Just talk to her. Talk to her.
See, and that's why I'm really glad I brought you on this panel. But we're going to move on to the next question because I'm really curious on your answers for a lot of these. All right. If you're just tuning in, welcome to CKQ Podcast. My name is Clement, the host. And our next question is going to be, typically, women lower standards for men they don't like and raise it for men they do like. Men lower standards the less money they make and raise it, the more they make.
Mm-hmm.
Christina.
I agreed with that one. Oh, okay.
The second part on the men, I'm not sure about the women though. Lowering the standard for men they don't like.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they do.
Raised.
They lower it for men they do like.
No.
They raise.
That's why. That's what I put it this way for a reason. And I'm pretty sure Christina understands.
I have to reread that.
They lower it for men that they don't like, and they raise the standards for men that they do like. Christina,
the standard for the man, not the standard for the woman.
Correct.
Okay. I'm here.
Christina, go for it.
Like we always hear the story of like the nice guy asking the girl if she wants to study or she wants lunch, and she kind of blows him off. She's like, "Oh, no, I don't have any time. I'm busy." But for the cute guy in her class, she'll meet him at like 3 a.m. She'll wake up, put on her makeup.
The bad boy.
Yeah, the bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, 100. I agree with that. I
totally agree. I saw girls do this all the time.
Oh, and they do it. Oh man, they do it.
And as far as men, you said men raise their standards the more money they make. Correct?
Yes.
I think definitely for that one as well, because the risk increases so much for men the more money they make. Like if you marry the wrong woman, you lost 50% of everything. You lost your kids. You're paying for those kids.
I gotta. So for men, when dating, it's not about we're thinking about the money. I'm talking more like visually, she's going to be more appealing the more money we make.
The woman that we choose is going to be visually more appealing.
Correct.
Yeah, bro, you can't be seen with
but that's what I'm saying. Like as a millionaire, you're not gonna walk out with a 3.
Here, buddy. You can't be showing up to a function with gorilla juice on your no.
Yeah.
Who you here with?
What?
Black walls, please. You got some hors d'oeuvres. Can I get some hors d'oeuvres, some finger foods? No, can't do that. You got to have somebody that presents that she's an extension of who you are.
Yeah.
So if you got more money, then there's events that you're going to go to that other people either aren't privy to or they just can't go. And you are going to try to get somebody to go there with you that will really represent you well. So
okay.
The beauty of a woman is kind of like represents the status of that man. It's kind of like, wow, like, yeah. Like
they say beauty is currency.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why they say the woman is the prize.
Mm-hmm.
The woman is the prize.
She's the prize. The man is the catch, and she's the prize.
She's the prize. Yep, that he caught. And not only that, the right woman is gonna make you go. She will immediately become your muse. And you don't have to, that's what I'm saying about the whole friendship and learning each other and liking each other. All the other stuff will fall into place. I promise you. Because if y'all are grinding together and he really likes you and you really like him, notice I'm not saying love, because there are levels to love. I said like, meaning no matter what the dude look like, you like him there. No matter what he's smelling like, yeah, you'll tell him, boy, go jump in the shower real quick. I can't wait till you get out. Because I'll do this while you do that. You like him around, right? Well, when y'all like each other, you gonna motivate this man. You ain't gonna have to tell him he ain't gotta talk to you reckless, because he won't. You ain't gotta tell him to go get a job, because he will. You ain't gotta tell him to do all these things that you want, because he knows you want him and he don't want to lose you. And you matter to him, and he's gonna talk to you. He's gonna do all of those things, and you don't have to like coach him along. Just let him be who he is. And don't try to change him. Accept his flaws, because he's accepting your flaws. And then rock with it.
Yeah, I feel like when you say like, it encompasses respect and trust. Like you have to have those two things. If you have those two things, you don't really have to love them, because love can expire, but if you respect your partner
and you like them, that's a long-term thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's around.
You gotta like them at base level. I think respect is probably like the biggest one though. Mm-hmm. Respect is huge, and it goes both ways. You can't talk to her about talking to you reckless, and you talking to her reckless. Facts. I think that's what's like. Do you guys know about like the red pill community on YouTube and all that stuff? Elmer,
I don't.
No,
you don't. So
I
I
heard
feel
only
good, man. I'm old and I know something in the money.
so the red pill community at its core is meaning like the understanding of dating dynamics between men and women and how we play in larger society. Now, just like feminism, like at its core, it's like about female choice. There's radical sides of it. So the red pill has radical sides of it where a lot of the guys are saying, no, like women should be submissive to me just because I'm a man.
That's
And yeah, it's like, and it's kind of like gone pretty far left. And some of the guys on there, because it's branched out into different separate sections as well. Because there's also MGTOW, which is like men going their own way, because they're saying like women nowadays are too their standards are too ridiculous and we can't keep up. So we're just going to be hermits, essentially. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like it's actually like a growing group too. So it's kind of quitters. Yeah, it's you know what it is. When guys are not as handsome as the men on the panel, you know, then they're going to have a hard time getting women. And then when they're not really putting themselves out there as well, they're really going to start feeling like the cards are just stacked against them. So they're like, you know what? It's not even worth it. I'm just going to work, make my money, and just live my life the way I want to. Screw kind of dealing with women.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. It's
I just like who was that said that? Nick. Nick said they're doing a horrible job raising these boys. These young men in trouble, man. But you got no backbone. Like some of these young guys, you slap them one time, they done. Wait till I go get my gun, and I'm gonna tell my homeboy, and I'm gonna tell all my friends, you can jump. You just have you a quitter.
Hold
you
on.
give up easy, really?
Give me 1 second. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So for anyone tuning in, welcome to CKQ Podcast. I'm going to post the link in the chat. You can disagree with one topic for the entire show, so pick your topic wisely. Posting the link in the chat now. Feel free to call in. Please, no trolls. All right.
Please.
Yep. Please. Because knowledge and relationships, I saw you had a disagreement over that. Women are not the prize. I disagree on that because men have to work hard and contribute a lot to the table in order to earn that woman's respect and affection. Yeah, men have to become something to be chosen by a woman. Yeah, especially in this day and age because women can now provide for themselves. So
I think they're saying that they are a prize, though. What is he saying? Oh, I'm sorry.
Women are not the prize.
But then when he followed up, he's saying that they have to work. You work hard for a prize, right?
Yeah. He's saying men have to work hard and contribute a lot to the table in order to earn that woman's respect and affection.
Yeah,
that's getting the prize.
That's getting the prize.
That's getting the prize.
The prize is a woman's respect.
But here's it. So for the young guys on the panel,
the youngins,
they are not. Women don't choose. Like, I don't know who told y'all that, but women don't choose nothing. You choose her. She don't choose you. She chooses to accept that your approach, but you choose her. And if you're not a quitter, you keep pursuing her, and it'll pay off. Not stalking, but you know what I'm saying. You gotta understand. Like, if she just shut you down,
I think
you are making the choice. You are the chooser. She is the acceptee.
I think you put out an offer, and she accepts.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Thus,
but you can't offer nothing. She's gotta. I think she chooses you before you even meet. As soon as she sees you, and as soon as she gets to know you, she hasn't chosen you on like the first date or anything yet. Like when they choose you, it means that they're like they open up to you. So you gotta dance, and then eventually she'll let you in. That's what I think when it comes to choosing that the women choose, because eventually they always find out, and then eventually they'll drop you if you're not the right one for them, and then you'll have in a evolutionary standpoint, they choose you to get kids. So you need to that's what they choose right there. You can't force that. she has to choose you so you can have kids with her. So you gotta be all that you can be for her to be like, yeah. Now the approach, like, hey, me talking to you, let's go out on a date. I guess that's me
You chose.
grabbing you. Yeah. But it's like,
you chose.
See,
Like,
John, you buy a different creed. That's the thing here. Like, I think you're in that.
I get what John is saying though, meaning like because what he's saying essentially is when a guy hits a certain mentality, he should be the one choosing. Like his confidence really should make him feel he can choose whichever woman he wants, and that's how it should be.
But back in the day, like the man did choose the woman. Like he had a plethora. He still does.
What's going on now?
Yeah, and so I think
I've been out of, I got arrested.
I actually think it's reverse. Actually, so women chose the men, and so basically, if you go back to like
that's true.
earlier times, you were choosing the man who was going to survive the war because you want strong offspring, you wanted all these things. So you were actually looking at this man to see what are his traits, what are his characteristics, how are his kids going to be, and is he going to survive to be able to take care of these kids? So you're looking at all those. So he wants you. So I kind of think about it as if like there's a man walking through a store with all these valuables. He's been saving up for all these years to purchase this gift. He gets the one that he wants, and he goes to the counter, and they go, "Oh, your credit score is not high enough, so you have to put it back." And so even though he chooses it, someone else is on the other side basically saying, "Well, you aren't quite there yet." So it seems, I feel like nowadays, because of modern times, it seems like women are choosing because things are more even. Women are more economically stable. But I do think naturally, women do choose.
Do you guys hear Christina okay?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yeah.
you.
One thing,
someone was saying that you sound far away, but I thought you were fine. Just wanted to clarify. But okay, go for it, Neek.
Yeah.
One thing that we're skipping over, and that we got to pay attention to the goal of people's relationships, because like from listening to John, it's about you got to like this person, you got to, want to be with them and see them. But a lot of people don't have that goal in their relationship, because you have people whose goal is to get rich and build an empire. You got people whose goals are different, right?
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to like someone, unfortunately. And nowadays I see that lower and lower, because it's about what kind of lifestyle can I have right now.
It's like they're part of the package. Like they're not, you don't see them as a human being anymore. You go, okay, what girl am I gonna get to like further my other the real goals that I want?
Yep. It's an opportunity.
The problem is eventually like you're empty.
I mean, that's
you are, but well, that just depends on if that was your goal, then you're fulfilled. True. Right? Everybody don't have a need to like or love.
Can you ever be fulfilled though? Unless you
I think so. I think
when we keep moving forward with actually like bettering our relationships or actually picking with someone and sticking with someone, you become fulfilled with that, because again, you've grown a family and you've seen those kids that you raised grow up and become like functioning people in society to build their own family. Like, have you ever talked to older people in like nursing homes who actually had that? Well, they're probably not even going to be in nursing homes because their family will actually be taking care of them. Mm-hmm. They're extremely fulfilled. They've lived their life fully, unapologetically. But
we gotta. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying we gotta be careful with the facade of love.
I don't. I think love. When we say love, like that's the biggest thing that's screwing us up when it comes to dating.
Exactly. Yeah, but sometimes if you focus too much on it, it can like take you off, the path that you're on, or maybe you're not able to achieve. You just have to be very careful with what you place emphasis on, and just make sure you're strong-minded, strong-willed, and you're out here while you have this little window to do what you need to do to develop yourself financially, mentally, physically. You should take advantage of that and not spend all of that time on love, because back in the day, you had like you know, men would have children outside of the home, have different families, right? And you have people, oh, my grandparents been together 63 years, but yeah, he has like 2 kids outside. And so it's like you paint a picture. You paint a picture that's not there. And we waste way too much time on trying to recreate this picture that's not even realistic. And then you miss out on opportunities, especially in career, because you spend these years, these 20s and 30s, just like with your head in the sky, and it's just strange to me. So
hold on, we gotta. Sorry to cut you off, Neek. We got someone coming up to the panel.
Okay.
M3, how you doing, my man?
Pretty good. CKQ. Oh, sorry. Hold on for a second.
Oh man, so unprofessional. What are you doing?
Nah, I was
talking about the timing, right?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I just wanted to kind of just clarify just my comments, because I was the one who said that, you know, men are the prize, because there are certain levels that they have to work on in order for men to even gain like the woman's respect. If you don't mind, if I just share that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. See, the thing is, right, with the average man, I guess the average modern men and women, right? When girls see like the average guy, yeah, it feels like women are the prize, because, you know, they feel like guys don't really have anything going on, and, you know, things is almost kind of equal as far as like, you know, job wise, you know, career wise, whatever that you could name. So it's like, what does the man have to offer? But however, the majority of women look for the top men, you know, the high value man. And so if you really think about this, a lot of women that you see like on Instagram, some of these women that try to be like fashion models, do their body work, wear those extra makeups, they're trying to look for like the basketball players. They're trying to look for, you know, the big ballers. And so if you really think about this, right, not to put average men down, but these are the type of guys that women look for. So you have to compete and be your best, because the competition is so high. You know, you're not just competing within like your own race, but you're competing against like other different nationalities as well too, to try to get that top person. And so when you really think about it, who is the prize? Really? You guys can hear me well?
No, you're good. You're good. That was a good monologue.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this new generation of women. So you mean to tell me, right, that this whole new generation of women boil everything down to money?
Yeah.
It's not about
mostly anybody.
I think they do. I think they do.
Between 21 and 30, I promise you, if that's all that matters, I'm in there. I'm in there like somewhere, and I don't believe that.
I think the ones that
mean as hell, I can be insensitive. I mean, it's a lot to me. You know what I'm saying?
The ones that put themselves out there, the ones that put themselves out there the most are the ones that are actually looking for money, because
Clement,
right.
Can I just add?
Yeah, go ahead.
All the single women. I think when you're in a relationship, you start to realize that that's not, and that's why you need that guy to tell you to like, and not literally, but like to slap you around, be like, hey, listen, like,
get in the kitchen, make me a sandwich.
No,
I get it. I get you, bro.
No. Like it's not all about money, and like and it's not just women, Blackstreet. It's also men that need to get slapped around. Like everybody, like this whole generation is too worried about the materialistic stuff and all the money and stuff. So everybody needs to get slapped around, and the only way you get slapped around is by your significant other, because you start to go, hey,
generation is something else, bro.
I'm lost. I don't understand.
You want to know why it's not all about money for some women?
Yeah,
it's because they can't get the high value man, so they settle. The thing is, right, I'm not saying money is everything, but they look for financial stability.
Yeah.
You know, they look for a provider. Let me ask you this.
I've never heard a woman. Okay, go ahead.
Let me ask you this, right? Like for you guys, like maybe you guys are not looking for, let's just say you guys are not looking for the big balling type of guys, because you probably, you know, been there, done that. You probably seen a way how they treat you, and you're just looking for a man that would treat you with some respect. by the end of the day, we're all human beings, you know, and we should respect each other. But at the same time, are you gonna like fall in love with a homeless man? Are you gonna fall in love with somebody who's still struggling?
No.
So in some cases, you know, being able to provide does matter, but the root of it is a person's financial stability.
I
mean, you could be able to have enough to afford to get an apartment, right?
I think M3. I think that you would fall in love with someone who's struggling if you saw the potential.
That's
I think
that showed up last week. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I think that the struggle doesn't really matter. It's the guy. What can he do? If I can see that, and this is why women are queens to me.
Wow. Wow.
I think that
where my cap at?
I think that women, and pertaining to this question, Clem, women lower a lot of their standards for one really high standard that you have. And that's the beauty of it. Like, no, whatever it is, and it's different. Yep. But if they see that one thing that will take them far, then they'll commit to that. And that's okay. Like, and I think that's the problem with this generation too. Is like, oh man, if they don't have elaborate on that,
please.
So I know how to talk. I think I know how to talk.
I see. You're a sexy talker, man.
So
look at that.
I feel like that's what's gonna drive me to the best place where I'm at, where I'm gonna be. That's gonna give me all my success. That's what's gonna give me all the love. That's what's gonna give me everything that I think that I need to be fulfilled. And my girlfriend, I believe, thinks that that's the best quality of me, and she's willing to forego the fact that I'm still in school, that I'm working like a minimum wage job, that I'm not really spending as much time with her, that I'm kind of lazy, that I'm dirty, you know. Like there's things that you're willing to give up because you know that the potential for the future will be great. And anyone who's struggling has that chance if you just show them what your potential is, and then keep going. Don't be lazy, because M3 will just swoop that girl right up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta look over my.
Well, I'm a little nice though. I'm married, so I'm not gonna swoop nobody's girl.
Thank you.
You know,
I agree with
everything do that to you.
I agree with what you said, because it's a lot more to it. You know, I'm listening, I'm hearing everything, but it's a lot more to it. And like you said,
I think that's where the approach comes in, because approaching, you have to learn to bring. That's why men have to constantly get out there and approach, get used to rejection, because then you learn how to better. What?
You learn how to accept the rejection.
Accept rejection, but also learn how to place your best foot forward. Yeah. Like highlight your best quality about yourself, and you could talk about it and be comfortable talking about it in front of just about anyone, because you've done it, and in front of people that rejected you, in front of people that didn't even know you. But M3, do you have any last closing words, or is someone else that wants to come up on the panel? Your buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before I go,
shout out your channel, by the way, of course.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. This is I'm from like knowledge and relationships. I am a YouTuber, just like CKQ and Black Wall Street. And if you guys wish to follow my channel, my YouTube channel, and subscribe, you guys are more welcome to. Let's hurry up and try to get these likes up for a CKQ. So please do that.
Hey, my guy.
Shout outs to King Bowens as well. You know, who's in the comment section.
He'll be here soon. He'll be here soon.
Yeah. So all I'm just gonna say is this, right? Men do have to work hard, you know, as far as flirting. You know, they do more flirting because they have no choice. You know, women, I mean, they flirt visually. All they gotta do is just try to look good, give out some gestures. We're kind of simple, so there's not much effort that they have to do to build their flirting game. But for us, we have to build up our level of conversation and know how to talk to them so we get into their mind, before we get into something else, if you know what I mean. But that's all I'm just going to say. I'll leave off like that. But thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, of course, man. Thanks for joining.
Okay, thank you.
And I wanted to say that I feel like Elmer, dating potential, and this is no shade, but dating potential can be dangerous if because you can't identify anything on the other side of that said potential. So,
but that's also why you gotta better yourself so you can like sense the bullshit. You gotta have
I agree with that.
You gotta have your bullshit meter up, because there's
not even I wouldn't even say so much sense the bullshit. I would say a lot more know your standards, know where you draw the line.
Yeah, and think logically. Like, yo, I've been dating you for like 2 years now. You're still like
right, because the potential is sitting in front of PlayStation playing Madden all day, some uber talented person.
If he's playing Madden, then get out of there.
That doesn't apply themselves.
That's
hold on, guys. Hold on. King Bowens, how you doing, my man?
I am doing well, man. Very blessed. Thank you for having me on here, CK. Definitely appreciate it, my brother.
Awesome. So what's going on, bro?
I'm gonna
questions, comments, concerns.
Yes, I'm gonna keep this very brief and very to the point. Listen, okay? People have to earn the right to be kings or queens, okay? You have to earn that right. And if you are dealing with somebody or dealing with anybody in a relationship, they have to earn the right to know you, okay? And this is definitely especially for the men. Men, you have to be mentally strong, okay? Get your mind mentally strong. Stop allowing females to sway you. Stop allowing their bodies and everything else to sway you. And be mentally strong and be on your purpose as a man to do what you need to do to make yourself better. Okay? I'm going to keep talking to the men. Okay? That's so important. For the women, you know what I mean? The women, stop following all these trends and everything you see on the internet and Instagram and all that, trying to keep up and trying to, fit into the mold of what you think is right or whatever. That's not going to help you. That's not going to help you at all. Talk to some older women. Talk to somebody who has been there, has done that, so that you can learn from it and that you can know what a real woman needs to do. You know what I'm saying? So both sides have to do a lot of work nowadays, so men and women. It's a two-way street. It's not just one person. It's not just the other person. They both need each other. And that's the way the relationship is going to be healthy. Yes, the man is the lead. Yes, the man is the lead, and he should lead. That's what he's put on here on this earth to do. Men are more logical. Men are born and bred to lead. That's what we're here for, and we have to take on that role. If you let a woman lead the house, if you let her lead anything, then the house is going to be all out of whack, man. I'm just telling you. I've done it. I've tried it. It doesn't work. She can say she wants to lead all she wants, but at the end of the day, if she has to do it, she's gonna get frustrated. If she's gonna want you to step in with some masculine energy and be a man, that's what she's gonna expect for you to do. So don't be surprised, brothers, when she get frustrated months down the line. Like, I thought she wanted to do this. No, she wants you to be a man. That's what she wants you to be. But you gotta
say that.
Look at that and see that. She ain't gonna say that. No, that's where your uncles and your grandfather, your daddies and your cousins come in to show you how to, or sometimes your friends, or associates or whatever, or spiritual group. That's where they come in to help you. So both sides require training. But for the men, I'm telling you, brothers, keep yourself mentally strong. Stop being coochie whoop, and be about your purpose and be about what you got to do. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
My guy.
Snaps.
Yep.
Yeah, that's snaps. That was good.
Yeah.
All right. Before, if you guys, I want to do a little red pill reaction. This is our little segment. All right.
Oh yeah.
There's a little thing that I'm start doing now and then.
What was because I haven't seen. I saw The Matrix like in 2001 when it came out. The red pill is when you go into the Matrix, or you stay in the Matrix.
No, the blue pill is you stay in the Matrix, and the red pill is you come out and you see. Exactly.
Okay.
But if you guys could just mute your mics, I want to do a little quick reaction to this video, and then we're gonna go over it a little bit. Fair use.
My ideal man is African-American, dark complexion, 6'2", athletic body, 230 pounds, average dark eyes, straight white teeth, all 32. God-fearing, spiritual attends, millionaire, generous, family-oriented as a family, sports spectator, not his friends, stand together, dedicated to loving me, determined to make our love more, and sincere and genuine, nice, honest, trustworthy, faithful, dependable, mature, understands, chivalry, practices, adventurous, will try anything.
The female list would be like a laundry list of things that came down to height, income. They, of course, nobody wants to seem shallow, so they don't want to come right out and talk about what kind of car you drive, what part of town do you live in, what do you do for a living, but if you kind of take it in its entirety, it is pretty shallow in some ways, right? Because it's like it's so specific to the point that, you know, women in their list, they don't realize you're talking about like not even 1% of the male population.
How long we been saying this?
Right.
Men are simple creatures. They're simple, but your standards are standardizing you right out of the game. Everybody else is getting married. Everybody else is having babies. But you steady like, oh, I'm not settling. I'm not going to settle. I know what I deserve. And you know, even when I post those type of memes, I'm like, you know what? There's some real stuck up women right now that are about to read this, and it's going to reinforce literally their false standards, their ridiculous standards. You know what? I'm not gonna settle. But in the meantime, boo, you're not even half the things that you have on your list as requirements for a man. You're not even half those things, but you want that in a man.
She's looking for that hot Chad for the moment, but she's not really thinking about the future at all. So she probably thinks that she can screw around with all these guys, go to these exact locations, and then maybe when she's 30, she will settle and she'll find the right guy that's just waiting for her in her 30s. But little does she know, the older you get, the less options you have, the harder it is to actually date. This is why feminism is so dangerous to women. Women go around and think they have all this time to just party and have fun and have these shallow relationships that are really not meaningful. They're missing out on actual deeper relationships. This need to travel the world. One thing to travel sometimes, take vacations, but to never commit yourself to anything in your community, to a job, to another human being, in a relationship. It kind of seems like you are trying to run from something instead of building on something. But I think it speaks a lot about this generation that's kind of obsessed with this idea of like wanderlust, traveling the world.
This is when it becomes a harsh reality, because a lot of us want a man that is only masculine when it benefits us. We want a man that's like a beast out there in the business world and he's making money, he's doing that, but we want him to come home and be all soft. And that's not how it works. And so I can tell you now that if you want a man that has all of these characteristics, then when he comes home, he's going to need you to not nag him. He's going to need you to shut up. He's going to need a peace of mind. Okay? He's going to need his ideas to be able to flow easily and his creative abilities to be able.
What do you guys think so far?
Get it. Now you talking my language now.
what do you think so far, John?
Now, what?
Lead the way. Lead the way,
Absolutely. Bro. Absolutely. First of all, let's talk about this laundry list.
That laundry. You saw that first laundry list you had?
Here. Let me tell you something about a high value man. A man makes over $200,000 a year. All right, bro. If you ain't, when I say a dime piece, it's not in your mind. I mean, in everybody who see you mind, like you a dime. That's who he's looking for. So if you average, like if the music don't stop, the DJ don't announce you when you walk in,
the record scratch,
right? Okay, if that's not you, he's not looking for you because he can get that. Oh, I promise you, he can get that. He's got access to it. He's got the means to get to it, and he's got everything that she's gonna come after him for. She will get with him. Then two, you millionaire, man, it's less than 1% of the population on Earth that falls into that category. So what makes you think you're going to find him? And then where are you going to find him? I mean, when is the last time you're not even in the right places to find him? They have lists. They have people who prep lists. You're not even going to be able to get in where he's at, like at all. I mean, and then when you get past all that, yeah, the older you get, older men don't like older women. I don't know if somebody thinking that. No, older men like younger women. Most men date women that are 7 to 10 years younger than them. They just don't like older women.
You know also what it is though? It's so for guys, if we sleep with a woman that's way out of our league, we just know, wow, I just got lucky. That's really just it. Like if you're a broke dude and like Jessica Alba was walking down the street and decided she was just, I don't know, had too much tequila and decided to take you to a hotel room, then it was just your lucky night. Yeah. You don't think that's my new level now?
Oh no. Yeah, you ain't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But with women, it's kind of like if a 3 sleeps with Leonardo DiCaprio, she thinks, oh, I can only get Leonardo DiCaprio's now. Right. I can't get anything below a Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And that's where the laundry list comes from. Because it's like with every guy that's kind of like, oh, I slept with a guy that was 6'3" one time. Okay, so I'll keep 6'3" and take away everything else. Well, I slept with this guy one time and he was super rich. So I keep 6'3" and super rich and get rid of everything else. And that's how that laundry list happens. Because this globalized sexual marketplace, when girls are getting like DM'd and going out with these guys, like these high value guys, or these 1%ers or 10%ers, their laundry list, that's how it gets created, and that's how it kind of skews their view of the dating market.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's just not realistic.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, no, go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say it's that, and it's also their circle. Is their girlfriends telling them like, "Girl, you deserve more. You deserve better," and they keep pushing this.
Yeah.
Which sometimes it's true, but most of the time it's like it's this we're all queens and we all deserve 10s mentality that keeps them all down. And
yeah,
I feel like it's creating this delusion that everyone can have this perfect man, this perfect life, and it's ridiculous.
Can I say how the list was created, Clem?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that Chris is right. It is about the circle, but it's around the circle of guys that she's been with. I think that my girlfriend and all the girls that I've dated had a certain idea of what their ideal guy was, and then I came at them. To John's point about men choosing, I came at them with my energy and who I was, and then I skewed that view.
Bam.
And so what most likely happened is this girl was around a bunch of bummy ass dudes who weren't shit, and she goes, "All right, this is my standard now. And if you want to try to convince me that it's not, then you got to show me. Then you got to be a guy better than what I think this is, because it is an illusion, but it's like you can slap that illusion out of her with who you are.
True.
But you gotta be a boss.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think most guys are as confident and sure of themselves as you are?
No, they have to be.
They have to be.
They have to be. You gotta be that. That's not that, and that's the biggest change over anything. Is like the number one thing now is confidence. That's it.
There's always been that.
Yeah.
It's always been that. That's what CKQ and Clement and I had a conversation about this. It's all about confidence, how you approach, and how you make her feel when she's around you. Because here's this whole thing about, and I think, what was it about the red pill about a woman should submit just because
I'm a man.
Yeah. Bro, a woman will submit to a leader when she trusts you. If she trusts that you make good decisions, that you have her best interest at hand, she don't want to do all this. She do enough as it is. If you can take this role and run with it, she got you. She do not mind. The problem with the whole submission thing when she don't trust you. She don't want to come right out and tell you, I think you're an idiot.
Yeah, fact.
But,
Yeah.
but that's what she's really thinking. Nah, bro,
Yeah.
you crazy. You got me messed up. Man, you an idiot. Be in prison messing with you. We ain't doing that. I got it.
Yeah. But Clem, like, this is where I disagree with all the Kevin Samuel boys. It's where like you get your confidence from being a man and having all these masculine traits. That's where you get your confidence. And to me, it's more like you get your confidence from being yourself.
Exactly.
Whoever that person is, feminine, masculine, whatever your feminine qualities are, exploit them. Whatever your masculine qualities are, exploit them. Accept yourself. That's the real confidence. Because I think how do you think
most men could build that nowadays? Then what do you think is missing? What do you think is missing?
You stop lying. You stop. There are things that you know that you're lying about to yourself, to your family, to your friends. Start there. Start telling the truth, and then, stop lying to yourself first. Then stop lying to the girls you're dating, and then stop lying to your mom when you say like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing great." Actually,
I gotta call my mom now. Damn it.
You gotta do it. Well, it's gonna be gross, and you're gonna want to throw up most of the time. But once you get that, because the reason you're not confident is because you feel like you gotta hide from people because you're lying to everybody. So you're just like, I don't want to get caught. So you just like you turtle up. So you wanna stop lying, one, and two, just like look at the world like, and then like changing your whole view on the world. That's the hardest fucking thing. But try to look at the world as something that you can be a part of. Because that's why they're not confident either, is because they go, this world isn't for me. So let me just stay on the sidelines. Let me stay on the wall of the party. Because
elaborate on that a little bit. What do you mean by they don't feel like they're part of the world? You mean they don't think they're useful to the world?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Like they don't think you're just one useful, two that they can change it almost. Like that they can like morph it to whatever they want. So they think that like the world is just a world, and I can do nothing for it. But then you go, hey, I can do something for it. I could even mold it to something that I want to see better about it. And then that you go, oh fuck, like I can do this. I'm gonna go out and jump at the world and just like do everything I want to do, and like fuck up sometimes, and then
that's life though.
And then learn. Yeah. But the number one thing is like, yo, quit lying to your girl that you're gonna do this when you're not gonna do it. Like, be like, hey, listen, I don't like this. Please.
Yeah, be upfront.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what we was talking about the last show. Be honest. Like, just tell them right up how you are. Like, tell them how you are, and she'll appreciate you and respect you a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Because you were the different. That's what separates. See, we've come to this conclusion that they love different. That's what that big laundry list. That's what I saw. That women want something special, something different.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
Telling the truth is something different.
Yeah.
It separates you from most of the guys that they've dealt with.
John, you being yourself is something different, because there's no one in the world like you.
Yes,
you're the only John out there. You're the only Neek out there. You're the only Elmer. There's no one like me. I tried looking for him,
and there's no one like me. Which brings me to my next point. Don't go out when you approach a girl. Don't approach like you weak, like you don't deserve her.
And copying,
you walk up on her like y'all been together before. Like, you don't remember me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come up. I know you're probably here and you don't want to be bothered by anybody, but I was just wondering if possibly, man, you look so corny. You do that.
Yeah, and stop copying what someone else said. Like,
right.
Don't drop a pickup line on them. Like, make up your own pickup line. Like, make up what would you say in this situation? This is what I would do, and then do it, because that's the thing that you're confident about. I'm confident in what I know and what I say. I'm not gonna be confident in what John told me to say. To say this line to her, don't worry about it. You're always gonna be like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like me. Do the things that feel like you, and then you'll have the confidence, and then they'll see that, and then they'll like that.
Right.
All right, let's continue with this video. Let's finish up this video real quick. Move on to the next set of questions because this is good conversation, guys. This is really good. All right, back to the video. Meet yourselves real quick.
Able to come and flow as they should, and they're not going to be able to flow if he's backed up. By backed up, I mean he has a lot of things that he needs to release. He needs some sexual relief. So that means as a woman, you need to be able to have a high sex drive. You need to be able to provide natural lubricants. You know, he's going to need to have a full belly. That means you're going to be able to, you need to know how to cook. He's going to want a clean environment, a place of refuge. You need to be able to clean. You know, he needs you to be able to shut up when he asks you to shut up and not nag him. Now, none of this means that you are his slave. This does not mean that you cannot also have a career yourself. But if this is the type of man that you want, which a lot of women have these standards when it comes to men, then you got to understand that it's going to require you to be a different type of woman.
Because women are brought up in this feminist society, they tend to think that men vet women as a partner the same as they do. Many women think that the resume that they are looking for in a partner is the same resume that the man is looking for. So did you guys see the video that I was poking fun at Tomi Lahren? I was making fun of her a lot. And I'm sure she's a nice girl. That was just red pill rage, maybe. She was looking for a strong, ambitious, attractive man that had shit going on, because that's what her and her friends were doing. That's who her and her friends were. So she thought that men of that kind of value would value her and her friends the same way that she valued a man that had those characteristics. It's not the same. It's not true. Men and women are different. Men and women are different. Women are not taught that anymore. They're being taught that we're the same. Everyone's the same. It's not true.
Many of us are trying to change our lives, but we're not trying to change ourselves. So that is the message I'm trying to get across to all of you who have these outlandish, ridiculous expectations about your life. Like, really, get in the mirror and tell yourself the truth. Be real with yourself. Tell yourself the truth and be honest about where you are. Ladies, all of you who date these married men, you'll never get commitment. Those of you who are, working jobs that pay minimum wage, you'll never be financially free or get yourself out of debt. Those of you who are eating all sorts of crap and not taking care of your body, you will never have an amazing body and be healthy and full of energy. Be real with yourself and get your ish together. Seriously, because you are responsible for your own happiness. You are responsible for the results you're getting out of life.
So they don't know what exactly it is that will make them happy, because not many women have taken a deep dive into how they would actually construct or what a awesome blissful life means, or as close to bliss as we can have it right now. I think that bliss is having a solid relationship with someone that you respect, someone who a man who you cannot walk all over. But as far as they're concerned, or some are concerned, as far as they know, as some know, as far as they see from TV, this is how it works. They rule the man. The man is weak. The woman is strong. Bliss.
Can we go back to the girl about cleaning and shit?
Yeah.
About the woman in the car.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Like, and I guess all these women are the same in that, that they're similar in that they want to be, I don't know if the word is dominated or controlled, but that's what they want, and that's fine. But no one ever seems to understand that other girls are different. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want something else, or they want something closer to that or farther away from that. Like, it's like a spectrum. So why can't they go, oh, so someone might want you to clean also? You know what I'm saying? Let's let's split the cleaning. Like, it seems to me like there's always like a fight with these girls, the Kevin Samuel guys, and the all these little factions of telling us something like how the proper way of living should be, and it's really like it's up to you. Like it's like it's on an individual level, or like a two between you and your partner or partners. Like that's the agreement you got to come to. But she's like, oh, it's weird because she goes like, these are things that you're gonna have to do, like you're gonna be required to do. And I'm like, why can't you just admit that you want to do that? That's what you want to do, so do it. Find a guy that makes you do that.
I'm assuming that she again, I'm assuming, I never actually saw her whole video because this was cut out from a section of her video, but I'm assuming that she was talking to women that are speaking of a man on a specific economic caliber.
Yeah.
And she's saying, okay, for these men, a good majority of them, the 10%, the 5%, the 1%, a good amount of them are going to want this. So if you're not bringing this,
how does she know that?
Yeah, is that all the men that are rich and billionaires? They all want.
Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Please.
I think a lot of that. I think a lot of that video was bullshit rhetoric that's regurgitated over and over again to get women to do things that men don't want to do. Mm-hmm. You know, if you don't want to cook and clean because that's not your thing, say that. But no, I'm not gonna, turn myself into this person because I want a man. Like, fuck that. Like, I don't have to. Yeah. And let me tell you something else about these what do you call them, 1%ers or whatever you saying, men with money. They're hiring maids, they're hiring chefs, they're traveling with their women and living their best lives. They're not. That's that lower middle class bullshit that people are following to try to create something that's just not
the
there.
Image of the upper class kind of thing.
Right.
The 1%ers don't have wives. They don't
need them. They want to, live life and have good sex, have good food and good drinks and live, They
might have someone to put on a pedestal and be like, hey, look at that. Look at me. But they're not going to have that real thing because they don't want to. They don't want
Or they may be married and then they may be cheating, right? Or exercising options. I'm sorry. Exercising options. That's the thing. And that's the thing that I hate these women. I hate these videos. Like, because you live in a small, I'm like, you're in a small corner of the world. Who the hell are you to tell me how to be in my relationship? Because if you know anything about me personally, love is the last thing on my list. It's low on the pole because I know it comes and it goes. It's fickle. You have a lot of things going on within relationships that can make you snap day in and day out. So I don't place emphasis on there. I need to know about stability. I need to know about businesses we can create. For our children, I need to worry about my children's education, my children's upbringing. How can we attain more, assets to live life? That's where my focus is, and that's what my love is that we're building and creating together. Yeah. So I'm not in this fantasy world. So no, I'm not sitting here. Oh, I gotta cook the meal tonight and then bathe the children and get their clothes ready, and then I gotta, and I said this on my friend's show the other day. These wives you guys have that you're doing this thing with, they look homeless. Like, they're beat the fuck down. They're not pretty. Mm-hmm. They're not well kept. They're not together. And you guys have them at home beat down, looking crazy. And then you scrolling on the internet looking at the build the body. And then now she's insecure. Now she's confused. And now she's out there trying to get her bundles and stuff together to try to be someone she's not, because you have her mind under control, thinking that she's supposed to be this barefoot, pregnant, cooking, cleaning woman.
Nika, it happens.
Hold on, Elmer. For anyone in the comments that actually wants to call in, if you agree, disagree, questions, comments, concerns, I'm dropping the link in. Please, no trolls.
Trolls.
No trolls, please. All right, Elmer, go for it.
And Nick, it even happens before you meet the guy. It happens with your parents telling you that that's how you're supposed to be. It happens with some like communities and society telling you that's how you have to be. So how do you even know what the relationship you want is? Because you've already been like programmed to be like, this is the relationship that's good for me, that I want, because my parents told me, and that's how they did it. So it's like you gotta, the biggest thing is just to push, push the boundaries of your mind, just like, and get someone that will push you, be like, make you question things, because sometimes you can't even question your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't even like, you're like too indoctrinated almost with some certain stuff. So you gotta like someone, the ideal thing, you
shake your reality a little bit.
Yeah, someone, and like they do that not by forcing it on you, but them being themselves and them telling you what they think, and then you'll go, okay, that plants
it makes you see that different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is coming full circle. I see that. It goes.
What do you mean?
Everything I just said. Remember the last show when we talked about the whole love thing? Like that's too much. Like you should worry about knowing this other person. It goes back to the type of person you choose. You gotta, instead of trying to be, it goes back to what Elvin was saying. Goes back to the type of person you choose. Be yourself. Be yourself. I'm finally about to get married. Why? Because I found somebody who thinks like I do, and we're a good fit. Period. In the discussion, she my best friend. I tell her everything. Everything. I don't hold nothing back from her. But that's how, that's how she know I'm lazy. It's certain things that I won't do. Like I'm not gonna do X, Y, and Z. She likes doing X, Y, and Z. She won't do this, but I like doing that. We complement each other. Period.
Yep.
And if you focus on choosing partners like that, it'll be less divorce and less strife. Because if you only focus on one thing, then what happens when that ain't there no more?
Yeah.
And you don't waste it all your time. So you saying you can't be with this person no more. You sick of them.
Yeah.
So you just wasted all your youth with this person.
Right. And John,
and
it's like
y'all wake up and y'all split the assets.
Yeah.
Now what?
Right. That's why the whole thing about standards, and my girlfriend hates when I say this because she thinks that means that I think that she's dumb and ugly, but like there's no I feel like there shouldn't be any such thing as
standards. Are you in danger, bro? Should we get you some help?
Yeah, she got a knife on me. But there shouldn't be any standards really. Once you start naming the things that you want, it puts a wall up. It puts a barrier on the set, and there's no nuance. There's nothing.
And what about if you change? What about if everyone grows? People grow, changes. And this is why people grow apart. Because how you were in your 20s, you're not like that in your 30s or 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
I mean,
let me ask you guys this:
so,
do you hold on? Finish your thought.
So back to the first time I went on a podcast and we were talking about attraction over whatever. That's why I think the best process to do this is to just date someone you're attracted to and you like, and don't worry about anything else. So just start going out with the people you like, the people that you're attracted to, and hopefully it'll all make sense, or hopefully you make it make sense. Hopefully you're just like, I just like this girl enough to where, okay, I can change these things, or I can.
So you're saying you're
like this girl the way she is, period.
But they change. Same thing.
No, I'm talking about like how it's certain things about a person don't change.
That don't change. I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? If she's a stingy person, that may change to a degree, not much. If she is mean, hateful, argumentative, always got to be right, that shit ain't changing. Don't think it is. So if that's the way she is, it's okay. Boo, it's okay. That's why the first date, you don't take no girl to no movies. You don't take them nowhere but someplace where y'all can talk.
Sit and talk. Yep.
Just talk. You need to be able to talk.
And that's why it's so bad. Again, I'm shitting on the Kevin Sams. That's why it's so bad to not to be like, let me say all this macho shit. Let me just be a man. Let me be the girl the guy that I think she wants, the alpha, and be like, now you're just prolonging it. You're prolonging the discovery of whether whether you can be with this person or not.
Pack up your representative and don't let him go out, because the first 6 months, anybody you date, that's not them. That's a representative, and that is true, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Let the representative free. Let him be off that night.
Do you think Kevin Samuels guys? Do you think Kevin Samuels tells his guys to have a facade?
Yeah, of course. Well,
really?
He doesn't really say that.
Explain.
He does.
So,
listen to what he tells the guys, man.
Yeah.
He tell the guys, you need to go to the gym. You need to put that work in. You need to. I ain't going to the gym unless I feel like it. You understand me?
You need a man to fluff up.
You understand? Or not be with me. It's just.
But he said that for the women, right?
No, he said, "Boy, you ain't see. Y'all ain't seen the men. Oh no,
I haven't seen his older stuff. I've only
he call them doughboys. Yo, fat ass. I'm talking about, man. He go in. He says,
I feel like
5'6" and 300 pounds.
I feel like Kev Sam goes as deep as the regular motivational speaker. Like he goes that deep, and that's why the guys keep coming back to him, because they need to, because he's not really changing anything. He's just changing the facade. He's like, this is
them the truth, and they know the truth hurts. You see people get upset, and he hang up on them and stuff like that. But a lot of what he's saying, to his defense, is true.
That's why I said he's not telling the guys to put on a facade. He's saying the truth to them.
But
he's trying to tell them to change.
But he's not going. He's not going.
That's a facade. That's not who you are. If you were like that, you would be that. If you were a guy who liked going to the gym and I would see you. You would be built already.
Okay, so let me say it this way: if you, sorry, Chris, I'll come right back to you. So if you always wanted to go to the gym, you knew you were getting fat, you knew you were just a lazy piece of shit,
right?
And no one around you was telling you that, and you call into this guy, and this guy's like, "Yo, you're a fat lazy piece of shit. Get your ass in the gym. You're 5'2". You're not going to get any girls unless you get in the gym, because getting in the gym will build your confidence, because you'll feel better about the person you see in the mirror every single day."
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. He's not saying be a facade. He's saying build yourself up so that you are comfortable with the person you see in the mirror, because that's going to translate into your life.
But what if you're comfortable? What about the people who are comfortable with being in the mirror?
Then that's
fine. Then they probably wouldn't be calling him.
And I think what he's saying is then you have to accept the things that you won't get because of the things that you're choosing not to change.
Exactly.
And so if you're overweight and people are saying, I don't want to be with you because you're overweight, then you have to accept that. You can't get mad because they don't want to be with you because you're overweight.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but to the people who are upset that people don't want to be with them because they're overweight, you say you need to be more.
I got you. Okay.
But they already know that. Like you're saying that.
No. There's some people that
this way. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Chris.
No, you're making some good points. Keep going.
There are a lot of people who didn't grow up with good masculine role models. You know, they're around people telling them that they're fine just the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have that extra push. You were saying earlier, Elmer, that people need to be honest and find their use in the world. There's a professor, psychologist named Jordan Peterson. Have you guys heard of him?
I know him.
Elmer's a huge fan.
Yeah, so
I haven't heard of him.
He was like, be honest with yourself and make your own bed. Yeah, make your own bed. And that's basically what Kevin Samuels is saying. His delivery is what people kind of throws people off. But basically he's saying you have to find your purpose and you have to be accountable for whatever's coming at you because no one owes you understanding. And so either you fix your issue or you accept who you are and what's going to come with that.
Okay, so I guess he's not giving them facade then.
No, that's why I wanted to kind of talk about this point real quick, because I think that's the mischaracterization of Kevin Samuels' message a lot of the time. Is people hear snippets and clips and third party hearsay a lot. And again, for 3 years he was talking to guys, and when he was talking to guys, like John was saying, he was going in on these guys. And for guys, we honestly need, we need tough love. Realistically, we need tough love as guys. and he was going in on these guys, and these guys understood. But the difference is now, not all women can handle that message the same way. But he's not going to change.
Guys can handle it.
Not all guys can handle it, but most guys are used to it.
To hearing it. Women are used to being coddled.
Exactly.
And I look back to what Nick was saying earlier. So I'm like those women who are like submissive, clean, do all of that. Like I want to be that woman. And basically what I did a couple years ago before I met my current partner is I said, okay, this is the woman, this is the ideal woman for me. And I know the steps for me to get there, to be able to live that life. And this is this is the type of man that ideal woman would probably be with. And so there's this idea, it's like this femininity community. And it's like, in order for you to be fully feminine, you have to have certain things. So it's like protection, safety, and financial stability. And so in order for you to be able to do those things for your husband, he has to be able to provide you those things. And so basically what they're saying is there's a huge group of women who want that lifestyle, who want to be able to stay home with their kids, cook and clean and be that housewife. But, you know, the men who can give you that, this is what they're looking for. And so it's a mutual agreement. So it's not like they're being forced to do this. They're saying, I want to be that woman. And they're saying, okay, there are women like that, but these are what their men are like.
And see that I think that's wrong because you can't tell.
Hold on to that real quick, Nick.
Okay.
Hold on to that real quick.
Okay.
CJ, welcome to the panel, man. How you doing?
Beautiful, beautiful. How's everybody doing?
Hey, what's up, CJ?
What's going on?
Amazing sounding mic, bro. Goddamn.
I swear. That's what
I know.
Hey, man.
I'm like, I instantly got jealous.
Yeah, I know. I was about to push my mic away from me. Like, I need to sell this shit.
No echo or nothing.
I know, right?
It's a high value voice. It's a high value mic.
Okay.
That's a prize.
Yo, well, Clement, just let me know where you want me to start from, man.
No, listen, you came on, you had a question, comments, concerns, disagreement. Go for it.
Well, okay. The first thing I wanted to address, and respectfully, Mr. Black Wall Street Trading, when he was talking about Kevin Samuels, and he said Kevin Samuels says you have to change. And I wanted to address that because first off, these women call him saying what they want in a man. Most of them say they don't want to work. Most of them say that they don't want to pay majority of the bills. So by default, they are looking for a high value man. Mm-hmm. Second of all, he never said that men have to change, but men call him looking to be in the top 10 and the top 15% of all men. Oh. And see, he's not, I don't know if y'all watch the show for real or if y'all just see clips or anything like that, but that's definitely not the case. Two, I heard.
Can I ask?
Hold on. Let him finish real quick.
Can I just interrupt that part though? Let me just. Can I ask?
No, hold on. Oh, you're gonna ask a question. You're gonna ask. I
want to ask a question. Yeah.
Okay, go.
So pertaining to two, don't you think that if you're already calling, then you're not that top 15%?
Yeah. You go look. You don't start off high value. Everybody got to start from somewhere. Don't you have mentors? Don't you have people you look to for advice? Right. But
okay. Isn't because this is my problem with Kevin Samuels, and I never I don't dislike him. I guess I don't mind him. He's a snake oil salesman. He sells you something that you think is working.
Nope.
He sells you something you think is working.
I can't let you tell that lie. And then, bro. And then because his advice is working for me. I'm a nurse. I work 60 hours a week and I'm grinding. My woman don't have to work and we take trips once a month. Don't tell me it's not working because I'm living proof that it's working. I go to the gym every day. I done lost 20 pounds in the last, maybe a month and a half. No, it's working for the dudes that want to be there. Yeah. It's working.
And Tony Robbins helped people, all the air, and I'm sure some snake oil people thought would rub on their belly, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm super strong." That's what I'm saying. He doesn't go deep enough, so he's only keeping you. As what? He's only as far as the.
How deep do you want him to go? You want him to come to your house and do it for you? How deep do you want him to go?
No, he can go as deep as he wants. I don't mind him. He could be on
I
YouTube.
think
catching
Elmer's
everybody.
saying past the how tall are you? How much do you weigh? Like,
Oh, well, that's what high value men and general, because you got to remember too. He always says, "I'm speaking from a broad generalization."
But
So let me
what's behind that? What's behind the high values?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
How do you get to that where you don't have to keep going to Kevin Samuels and you just believe that?
You shouldn't need Kevin Samuels to tell you anything. That's what my thing is. Like, I don't care if he goes deep or not. Like,
that was
people should be doing this on their own.
It's going back to like what Chris was saying is like not everyone has those people in their life that would actually told them the advice that they needed.
Right, but you don't even need people, right? You're an individual.
No, hold on. The whole idea is that there's some people in this world, because not everyone can just live their life and just know that they're comfortable with themselves. There's some people that need some advice from an outside source. And when you're being told all the shit that is not really helping you, and this guy comes around and says, okay, listen, here's the guideline to get to that better life that you want. Yeah. You could take it or leave it.
Hey, Miss Neek, I got a question for you. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
But it's shallow, Clem.
If you ate 3,000 calories a day, right? And you just did it on your own, what will happen to you?
You'll get fat. I don't know where you're going. I'm sorry. I think you're saying you get fat. Like, I don't know. You eat, but if you work out, I mean, you can burn it. You can eat whatever you want to, and
but you don't work
active.
But if you became fat, if you became fat, would that be healthy or unhealthy?
It's unhealthy.
Who told you it was unhealthy?
No one.
No one. So you just came to that conclusion by yourself. You were.
That's
born
logic. That's simple.
Society.
You were born.
Simple. That's simple math. Simple logic. Like
science.
So you were born knowing that. You were born. Nobody.
You're not born knowing anything.
Thank you. Because somebody did what? Somebody had to teach you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, things like things. Y'all doing too much. You know how to be a good person. You know how to work. You know how to earn money. You know how to. You know that if you're fat, that you're not going to be attractive to everyone, or your odds are better if you're in shape. Like,
ma'am, respectfully, you're deflecting.
Ma'am.
You're deflecting.
Oh no, we're not deflecting.
You're definitely deflecting. So
let me.
Here's the thing.
Wait, did you say, ma'am? Are you talking to me or?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm not deflecting. What I'm saying is, I feel like everyone needs to apply what works for them in their situation, and I feel like it's a disservice to go out here telling everyone across the board the same thing, like everything works. In each household.
What's deep? What goes under that? What's deeper than that, so that you can spread the message to more people? You know what I'm saying?
Now,
like
the thing is, it's not for everyone. Everybody's not meant to be at the top.
Right. And just so let me be clear here. I agree with Kevin Samuels. I am a supporter of him. I agree with his message. I don't care about a lot of people don't like his delivery. I like harsh truths. I give them as well. Okay. So I want to be clear and put that out there. But I'm just saying, when you're telling people, oh, you need to cook and clean because that's what is what's gonna get a man and keep a man, it may not. And then you're telling someone,
Miss Nick, but these women call and ask for these types of things.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you got to do that, do that. Here's the problem, CJ. Because you're saying that no one's telling you that, and then Kevin Samuels is telling you. The people that aren't talking to you are telling you that. The people that are rejecting you are telling you that. That's what I would want from someone is to tell me how to recognize that, because that'll broaden everything. That'll go, okay, it's not just about working out. It's not just about getting a good job. It's not just about making money. It's about me recognizing that.
So you think being a good person is good enough, right? To be at the level, because see, I'm trying to shoot for the top 1%, and I recognize being just good is not good enough. I don't know what your personal goals are in life, but my goals is being good. I have to be great. I have to be one of the best at what I do. Average is not gonna cut it. So
Yeah.
me working out, me making the most money that I can, that applies directly to my life. But like he said, it's not for everyone. If you're cool with being average, then stay average.
Right.
I'm not knocking that.
It's not average. It's being yourself. That's the least average you could be, because you're not. There's
being yourself
nothing.
is
I
not
think you
enough.
mean average as in status.
Yeah, right. It depends on what you want. If you don't listen, if you are satisfied with making the average income, if you are satisfied with living an average life, then you continue to be yourself and get average results. That's fine. But being good is not good enough. Being fat and overweight is not good enough to get the top-notch results.
But but also let's pay attention to this though. You got Rick Ross out here that's fat and that can get any, so I feel like
his status kind of gained that for him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That we're talking about this high value, whatever we're saying, we're talking about this high value. So there are people who are getting, remember y'all, what's the bigger lady? What's it? Star Jones? Somebody, or go back in the day, D'Angelo and Angie Stone. Like,
I know Lizzo. That's about it.
Lizzo. Okay, I forget. I'm showing my age.
Lizzo's hot as fuck.
You said Rick Ross. Women don't look for the same thing in high value men.
That's why I changed it. That's why I changed it. D'Angelo. That's why I went to D'Angelo and Angie Stone.
I'm in here in a minute.
What's that?
You know I'm gonna chime in as soon as you.
I was actually gonna ask you to chime in a little bit, but
go ahead.
because being in shape means health is wealth. Who wants to walk around being fat and uncomfortable all day? Health is wealth.
I don't know what they want to do.
Why there's so many fat people? Some of them might not mind it as much as other people do.
But is it healthy?
That's fine with them.
We're talking. If you want to be fat, the statistics show, and just because you're skinny, don't mean that you're healthy. But if you fat, overweight, diabetic, high blood pressure, that's not a good thing either. And to be the number one person and to be at the top, we're not gonna sit up here and act like it is. This whole body positive movement is BS.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm disagreeing with why. And Kevin Samuels' why is shallow. That's what I'm trying to say.
It gets results.
That if you
Most
want,
women are shallow. So what?
I can agree with that.
So I gotta say
for a small amount of people.
So what? Most women are shallow. So what?
Go ahead.
I think most people. Go, John.
Right, so first of all, body mass index is bullshit because it doesn't mean anything. You're not gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me. Well, I play football, so you're gonna tell me you in shape like a NFL lineman? No, you're not. I don't care how much you work out. You're just not. I mean, you got guys who are overweight that weigh 330 pounds. According to the books, they supposed to be halfway in the grave because a man that's 6'2", 6'3" shouldn't weigh 300 and nothing. That's not true because you have muscle mass and other factors that make you weigh that amount of weight. But when you go and get that blood work and you don't have any high LDLs, you don't have high blood pressure, you don't have any of that, and you athletic and you moving, no, you're not unhealthy. You're just.
But I think that's the person that works out though. So I wouldn't equate that to some sloppy.
They're gonna have a belly. Linemen have bellies. They do not have six packs at all.
You know the difference between somebody who is sloppy fat versus an NFL lineman. Knock it off. Let's keep it real.
No, by whose standards? What you mean?
Yeah.
Come on.
If you look at if most people
that sloppy fat guy could pull some girls still.
I swear to God, he can. Not every girl want no dude with no muscles. I'm trying to tell you that. It's a lot of girls out there. They want.
Well, that's true. I have friends that like bigger guys.
You got some guys who like dad. You got some girls who like dad bods. Period. That's what they like. They just like them.
That's why people need to mind their own business.
Nuzzle up next to it, kind of thing.
Women are not visual creatures. They're emotional. If that dude is funny, if he makes them laugh, and they like being around and they feel secure, he's a provider. I promise you, a lot of stuff goes out the window.
And while she's laying up, next to the dad bod, getting beta male provided for, she's up against next to the rib guy getting pounded out.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
A guy who's ripped
and get yours, CJ.
Man, there's so many soft
another girl like that.
Bodies around here, they ain't even funny.
Chris has her hand up.
Go ahead, Chris. Man, she put her hand up like she's ready to go. Like, can I go to the bathroom, please?
Because she's trying to talk, but it's going down.
Go ahead, Chris.
One thing to think about, or I guess I'll throw this out there, that a lot of, I guess, like Jordan Peterson, Kevin Samuels, Rollo Tomasi, they tell men to do things for them. So I think what we're getting is we think that they're doing this, like we think men are doing this to attract women. They're doing this to live their purpose, do what's best for them,
To be
and
happy.
they're told that the women are naturally attracted to that. So your purpose isn't to do this in order to get a woman. It's to do this so you are fulfilling your purpose as a man, and women are attracted to you.
And in turn, women are attracted to that.
Yes, women are attracted to you doing things for them.
Women are the byproduct of you becoming the best version of yourself.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's why, like, being yourself, just being a good person, sometimes that can get a little bit wobbly because that may work at first, but in the long run, studies have shown that women are leaving those men. Like, women are leaving men for like 80% or 80 to 90% of women are actually like initiating divorces, and there's multiple factors as to why.
But that's everybody.
What's everybody?
Women are leaving. That's it.
It's because women are stronger, and the new man is like a bullshit product, and they're able to do things on their own, like pay their own bills. Like, why are you here? If I can pay the rent and car note and everything, like
women are leaving the Jeff Bezos and the bum garbage truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? They're all leaving. This isn't a problem of that. This is a problem of what's going on with women and what do we need to do. That's the problem.
I just want to say one thing. I got a question for y'all. When is the last time that you've seen a millionaire celebrity man with a fat, out of shape woman?
It's rare.
Because we are.
I haven't. Yeah.
You're not gonna see a man with a. You ain't gonna see any men with fat, out of shape women because we're visual creatures.
Exactly.
Women are not visual.
But some guys like
women are not visual. I am one. We're not, because I'm one and I'm here. I'm not.
You
never heard at all.
Duke University did a survey on this very topic.
You never heard Drake.
Never. Supermodel said.
I like my women BBW. You know what I'm saying?
Has just the amount of chances a man is in shape in the gym if he's well kept, he dresses nice, and he shaves himself up. Absolutely.
Wait, so you telling me they don't tell me I don't gotta wear this shit?
No.
Take it off. Take your shirt off too. Let me see that.
It's just help. I'm trying to tell you, a woman will look at this man and say, "Girl, he fine as hell."
Clement, you are,
and girl, he's sweet as hell.
Clement,
and I like spending time with him.
You are
an asshole.
Clement, you are that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Clement, you are an in shape guy. If you go to the beach and you take off your shirt next to the dude who's 450 pounds, and y'all both take off,
that's morbidly obese, about to die.
Okay.
If he takes off his shirt and the 450-pound guy takes off his shirt, who do you think? You say women ain't? Are you crazy? This is why so many dudes get cheated on. This is why so many, because of that logic right there. Oh, women ain't visual. You don't think women like to look at nice?
It depends on the person. It depends on the person.
Yeah,
like, you can't compartmentalize.
You can't.
If I was 400 pounds, I could probably pull the same girl as Clem has. You know what I'm saying?
Man, stop
it. It depends on the person.
Bro, you're a stud.
It's neat. You don't care if the guy is fat, sloppy fat, or
that's on me.
Ripped and chiseled.
That's what what he cares about. Some girls don't care about that.
You don't care at all, Miss Neek.
Hold on. Let Neek answer.
So Neek, you don't care if he's sloppy fat with titties, or you don't care, or it don't matter if he has that or if he's ripped and chiseled.
What does it matter?
Let me answer. Yeah. So no, I don't. I don't have a preference in person, to be honest with you, because it's a lot of factors that go into the people that I let in my personal space and in my world, and looks is just not one of them, because I'm not shallow like that when it comes to, the physical appearance of someone. I look for other qualities now. If you want to talk about financial stability.
Okay. If you had two men in front of you and they both had the exact same qualities that you look for in men, the only difference between these men is one is ripped and one is out of shape. Who are you going to pick?
Not real. That's not real.
I don't
That's a
know.
bullshit
It would be the
question.
one that
I
I
can answer
like.
that question.
It would be the one that I like. I feel I'm a feelings person. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm
You gotta
a
go on a date
Cancer.
with both of them.
I'm an emotional person. Like I have to feel you and have that mental connection with you. It's
You
a lot
got a
that
mental
goes on with
connection
me.
both of them. That's the scenario.
So then
John,
I'm
hold
dating
on.
both of them.
That
We're
scenario is
practicing
bullshit.
polygamy at that point. We're
It's a
we're
bullshit
all in.
scenario.
Here, no, we can kill that
Can I ask
scenario.
Miss Chris the same thing? Miss Chris, can I ask you? Who you got two guys, they both treat you the same, lovely, all that. You can only pick one. Are you gonna pick the out of shape fat man with titties, or are you gonna pick the ripped in shape guy who goes to the gym who's disciplined?
It's bullshit.
Most
mute
on the spot. On the
a
spot.
little bit. Most likely, I would pick. Like I met them the same time. All the other variables are equal. So yes, I would probably pick the guy who's more in shape. But I did want to also add. I think when you make it personal, people like kind of deflect. Generally speaking, when someone's overweight, you automatically correlate that with them being unhealthy and not being a suitable mate. So like in general, people are more likely to pick the person visually who looks more healthy. And it goes for both men and female, because a man isn't willing to impregnate a woman who is more likely to lose his child because she's overweight or has any other health issues. So it's not that it's shallow. It's simply the fact that biologically, you are not going to be attracted to someone who's 150 pounds overweight simply because it doesn't make any sense. If you're trying to keep your bloodline going, it doesn't make sense to go with the person who is more likely to not survive.
Okay,
how much of your attraction do you believe is biological?
I think most of it is actually biological.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
John, you were going to say
Which
something?
is why people want tall men, because they think tall men can protect them for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. It's not necessarily true. And you don't really need that type of protection in 2021. But people still think that way.
You never know, bro. Looking for that car in the parking lot, man.
That's true. That's true.
I'm out there swinging, Clem.
So we did it.
I believe it.
I'll never let my guard down.
All right, so if you presented the information out there, like if you presented it out there like that, this, then, and third, and you had this one to choose from, you met them both at the same time, and we narrowed it down to that. Okay, well, I'm gonna up that ante a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go to Neek first. Neek, the fat guy was more into empower. The way the conversation was going, he was funny. And he talked about establishing, I'll give you ideas about businesses, and he had certain influences that could help get you to the next level. And he thought that the perfect person for him would be ready to build and stuff like that. If he was talking like that, is that not your love language? Is that not how you like?
Right, that is.
So that would kick muscles ass.
But that's why I say I'm a feelings person. That's why it was hard for me to.
But what if the muscular guy was talking the same way?
Still got married.
What if the muscular dude was talking the exact same way? That's
So in your world,
so then it's whoever comes first.
In your world,
then it's all luck.
And I'm over 300 pounds and I ain't had nothing less than a dime, like ever. About to marry a dime right now, like ever.
Nick, are you trying to say CJ?
Yeah.
CJ.
Yeah.
CJ.
Okay, CJ. Yeah, because I was like, I don't know what that says, but it's so tiny. But yeah, so like in his scenario, in CJ's scenario, it's like they're the same person, and I can't choose between the same thing. It's like, do you want a Twinkie or a Twinkie? Like, I don't know. So it's making it so difficult for me.
At that point,
that's not true. It's not the same thing, though. You have a physical aspect. The point of the scenario was
right, and I'm not a physical person, which is what I stated. So I don't know. I can't.
Either. So at the end of the day, you really
I'm gonna be with them both. I want them both.
They won't let you be with them both.
Why?
No, ain't no man.
Damn, throw for a loop.
Talking about a twist to the plot.
Ain't no real man finna share no woman. What?
I don't care if he's real or fake. Like, I'm gonna have them both.
Oh, so you want a beta male?
I don't participate in all that. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
You know, I
We get it. So
I want money in the bank. I want deeds and keys. and
CJ,
LLC.
I got to keep
That's
the
what
show
I want.
moving, CJ. I definitely got to keep the show moving. But listen, man, I'm really looking forward to having you in the platform. What 2 weeks from now, I've got you posted in my schedule.
For
That's
sure.
gonna be a
Hey,
good one, man.
Whenever you need some alpha male energy, man, just holla at me.
Put me on, Clem, if you want to debate.
I swear,
we'll make something happen. We'll make something happen. Thanks again, CJ. Oh, CJ, shout out your channel, by the way. Your channel.
Hey, everybody go subscribe to the CJ Kyles. I am a nurse. I teach people how to get money as a nurse, how to make the best of their financial decisions. We now transitioning into fitness because I don't want to be a fat, out of shape, diabetic, high blood pressure person. I want to live my best life, and I'm trying to get to the top 1%. So everything around me can just be beautiful and lovely. So y'all go subscribe to the CJ Kyles if you don't want to be average. Holla at your boy.
Amen.
Good for you, my man.
Yep, my guy.
That was a good way to leave. God damn, that was epic. Shit. All right. Back on topic, all right, people. we have topics that we're trying to talk about. All right, cool. Next topic. A man can be a woman's priority, but a woman cannot be a man's priority.
I'm mixed on that one.
Yeah,
I'm
it
Elmer.
depends on the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on the person. Okay. Oh my God.
It depends on the person.
I gotta get a stop the cap. I gotta get one of those.
No, like for real, like these are so like one-sided, and clearly we're all living different lifestyles on the.
That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the other side. I want to hear both sides. That's what I want to hear.
I think, and I truly believe this: if you make being with the other person a priority, and what you want forever, then everything else will fall into place, because now you're doing everything to keep him or her, and by that you're doing everything to better yourself and everything to keep things moving and to progress. So if your goal is to make her happy or to make him happy, and not for selfish reasons, and maybe half selfish, but half for them and for you, but so that you can grow together, then everything else in your life is gonna make sense. Everything else in your life is gonna like, those are the roots, and everything is gonna grow from that. That's the power of love to me. Like, when you really love something, then you're trying, despite yourself, to make everything better for that.
And that's what I said earlier. If you like them and you really want to be with this person, this your person. It's like this your person. Man, she ain't got to tell you. All she got to do is mention that something that, like, when she look at a certain way and be like, "Boo, what's wrong?" Because I'm just so tired of you doing that XYZ. Oh man, my bad. I'm sorry about that. I'll work on it. Okay.
So the reason why I phrase this question this way is because when a man decides he's gonna start prioritizing the woman over, like, just kind of saying working overtime or seeing his family, or really just doing everything so that he could be next to her or near her, and vice versa. If she did that with him, it can fly. If he did that with her, it couldn't fly. What do you guys think?
If he prioritized for her,
prioritized everything, put her above everything else. Say that.
Will fly with her. I don't think we'll fly with her, because it's a lot of females that don't like you. They don't really like you to do that. Like, you fall into that too nice kind of thing. Like,
but
you ain't got no friends. You don't want to go out. You always around. Like,
but if you like a girl that, if you like a girl that's like that, then you'll do that. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, oh, okay, you want me to be this guy? Okay, I could be that guy for you.
I won't.
But then that's why you want to find someone that is cool with who you are.
Okay, so let's say
that's right. That's the trick. That's what I'm teaching here.
So I'm saying
on a person that fits you.
On a balance of probabilities. On a balance of probabilities. Okay.
Okay.
Most guys, if they did this to a woman, would the woman like that?
Mm-mm. Nope.
If the woman enjoys attention, you know, and
But that's what I'm saying.
feeling.
For if that's why I say on a balance of probabilities, on a balance of like if you just take 10 random women, 10 random men, and if you made it so that all the guys just really kind of gave up everything that they wanted to just prioritize the woman.
Yeah.
With the
you think-
woman, yeah.
What does that-
out of the 10 women, which one do you think would actually like that?
But what does that mean, Clem? What does it mean to prioritize? Is it
Pedestalize her.
It's like to obsess with her? Then
Not obsess.
Because
but,
if my
but
girl's if my girl's my priority and she tells me I don't like you hanging around me too much, I'd be like, all right, I'll go somewhere else. Like that's what you do. That's how you prioritize them. You don't prioritize them by like doing like simping for them, but you go, what do you want? Okay, I will try to accommodate that. So you go, okay, she likes it when she has her alone time. Then I'll give her alone time. I won't be on her ass all the fucking time. Or she likes it when I smell like sweat. All right, I'll go work out. Like these are like you just because you're prioritizing her doesn't mean you're neglecting everything else. If anything, by prioritizing her, you're going, I gotta be 100 all the time. I gotta be the best because that's what she wants.
But some people do. I know. I've seen some men, prioritize the woman, and then I see their careers, fall apart. Their family life with their mom and siblings and dad. Because
I think that's a lot more of the normal if you prioritize a woman as opposed to what you're saying, Elmer. What you're saying is, and Elmer, what you're saying sounds healthier, I would say, because you're prioritizing what she likes by doing your best in your life because she would like that.
Yeah, but Nick had a really good point because that's such a good that blew my shit just now, Nick.
Because that's what I'm saying. That's the normal. Because it's like what she's saying is a normal,
right? But that's because those other things need priority too. So maybe to succeed, to grow. So maybe. Damn, that was a really good fucking point.
There we go. And that's why I say we need to see both sides, so everyone can be changing their mind.
So maybe the goal is like switching it off every once in a while, like going here that way for this time and going here that way this time, or like giving equal priority, which I don't even know if that if it real. Exists. Yeah, that exists.
Do you think that's even possible?
No.
I think you can have a balance there.
You got to have a balance. You got to have a balance there.
Yeah.
Prioritize both equally.
But you don't want to. You like.
Nothing's really going to be equal to your mate, to be honest. But
you can get as balanced as possible.
As possible, I guess. But if your job requires you to be this obsessed with it, then things are going to take a back seat. I guess the thing is to be like, all right, I got to tell you the things that are my priority. And if you like that, then let's do it. If you don't, then, good seeing you.
It boils down
I like to prioritize on my relationship. That's what I personally like to do. And everybody's different. Some people want to focus on their career. Some people want to focus on their family. But whatever works for you.
Okay. Anyone else want to add anything to that? We are a little past the amount of time that I was expecting to be here for. But
damn CJ.
What was that last one? You had one it was it the last one?
Please enlighten me.
I don't have
the questions.
The questions pulled up.
Hold on.
Which one?
I don't have them pulled up because I'm on
women.
Can men and women be strictly platonic friends?
Yes.
Oh no! I saved that for the last one. Come on, man. Come on.
Oh,
you got an order here. Order in the court, please.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I was interested
But we're gonna go on to your next one though. The one that you were actually really interested in because you started off saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Should women be proposing?
No.
Hell no.
No. Hell no.
Elmer, Elmer,
This
because
is what makes
I
men
know you're
choose
gonna
you.
have a weird thought about
Right.
this. Elmer, right?
It depends on why you're proposing, I guess. It depends on what marriage you want, I think. I think if you want, because marriage is like Christian shit, right? Or like religious
Yeah,
shit.
right.
So, all right, you want to that if you want to get married, then that means that there's already a structure to that, and the structure is that the guy proposed to the girl, and that the girl is more going into his life almost. Like that's what you're doing when you're getting married. So if that's the structure that you want to follow, then yeah, the man is gonna propose. But then there's the fringe people that are like that define marriage in their own way. And so if you go out there, then whatever, there's no rules to marriage anymore. So like you can do whatever the fuck you want. So it all depends on what kind of married you want to be. And to me, the real marriage is the religious one. Like, and I say that unfortunately because they created it. They created
Right.
it. So
You say unfortunately, what do you mean?
They control it, right?
Yeah, our view on marriage is a religious view.
It's the exact same. Everybody's view on marriage and relationship is exactly how it's spoken in the Bible. I don't know why they try to make that separation.
Right.
Because here's the thing. You cannot defile the bedroom. That's Christian, and your ass believe that too. You want to do freaking shit. You don't want him sleeping with nobody else, and she don't want you sleeping with. Okay, that's Christian, and that's your ass. You believe that too. Deep down, you internalize it. So it don't matter if you was an atheist or whatever. Own that shit because he knows that that's how you feel as a person. So he went ahead and wrote it down and said, "You should not do this. You should not do that."
I disagree.
So should women be
that's
proposing?
how you feel. You don't want to be with you got some people who might want to share other folks, but
then I would say how you want marriage, Nick, is not the same. It's not marriage, really. And I'm like, so what? Like,
offended her. My God.
I'm just saying, you're right. He's right.
I'm on Nick's side in that I don't want that. So get the fuck away from me, marriage, like Christian marriage. Get the hell out of here. Like I want what my thing is, and so like that can sustain it.
Should women be proposing then?
No.
So this is why I wanted to talk about it though. But what about if you're gay? What if it's two women?
Oh no. We're talking about hetero.
Yeah,
come on.
You didn't specify.
No. I don't want any wrenches thrown into my goddamn show.
You're right. You're right about that.
Let's go.
Let's stay away from that.
The woman that wears
stay away from that.
Let's stay away from it. You're right. Algorithm.
No. I get the women. The woman that wears the Timberlands.
Oh,
okay. Fair enough.
Get the hell out of here. No, I want real answers, people.
Man,
should women be proposing?
No.
Elmer?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
What? Okay, you know what? Honestly, because I had to really do a deep dive and think about what is the symbolism behind getting on that knee. So, what does that actually mean to you guys? Because I got what I think it means, but I want to hear your thoughts. John. Yeah, start off, John.
That's the one time that I'm. Well, it's not the one time. It's one of many times. But I am making myself vulnerable to you.
There you go. That's what I was gonna say.
Submitting my life to you, and I'm asking you to be a part of what I have going on over here, so we can grow together forever. Period. I don't want to be with nobody else. I'm done. I'm hanging up the player's card. It's a wrap. Nobody else. You it. I choose to be with you for the rest of my life. Now, if you accept that, yes. If not, I'm stalking your ass for at least 3 weeks.
CJ, that is a very surprising stance.
What you see? This guy,
yo, that's surprising, CJ. I gotta say that you threw me for a loop there. I don't know. You came in here with that alpha. You came in here with that alpha bite, and then you're dropping that, bro. I don't know.
He wants to be the prize, Clem. He wants to be the trophy.
Chris,
can I say? Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, this order, man, order.
Yeah, I agree. I think vulnerability. I think there's something about when the man proposes, it makes it more. It kind of solidifies whatever promise he's going to make, and I want to say kind of something about being on the same level with someone creates trust. I don't know, like if they say if you're talking to a child, you should get down to their level, and then it allows them to speak openly with you. And so I think there's a lot of levels to it, but there's something about the vulnerability and kind of shrinking yourself down to say, like, typically I'm above you, but for this moment, I want us to speak openly and honestly.
Yeah, and I'm even gonna shift levels down. Like I'm down here. Like I'm really like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're it. You're all I want.
Yeah.
And it's
I don't
also a
want
symbol
nothing
of
else.
respect too, right?
Yeah.
You do that
Like honor you. I'm honoring
you. Get down to one knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's biology. I think it's a representation of the woman choosing. I think that marriage especially endorses the fact that she's accepting you to have kids and a family and a future. So that's what that's doing. The man is going beneath her to be like, you are the reason we're getting married. So choose me, please.
Oh my God.
You see it more as like begging, like being on your knees, like begging.
Exactly. Get some tears going to.
Just one tear, one
single tear with a straight face though.
I think it's symbolism. I think it's symbolism because for some reason we as people just need to do these weird ass acts to make shit look like whatever. So because it's just song and dance, to me.
I think what I came up with is that the idea behind the guy doing that is he's saying that he's promising, besides obviously opening up himself and getting vulnerable. So I like that you said that. But he's saying that I promise that I'm going to be taking care of you for the rest of my life. Typically, in this generation and generations prior, the man is usually like the breadwinner. And most of the time, most men are growing up knowing that they are going to be providing and taking care of their family.
Not this new one.
Listen, let me say this. If women, do you think most women would want to be taking care of a household for the entirety of a relationship?
What?
Do you think most? So you think they'll be okay being the breadwinner for the entirety of a relationship?
Oh, you meant like that? No, I wasn't meaning like that. I was talking about. I was alluding to what Chris was talking about earlier in the show. No.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No,
but some women are doing that now.
For the entirety of a marriage. For the entirety of a marriage. For a marriage.
Yeah, they're doing it and have no problem with it. Some people are desperate like that, and for a partner for other reasons.
I hear differently. Like a lot of those women who are taking on their careers or doing well, they're providing for themselves, and they can provide for a family. They typically look for a man who's making what they're making or more, they can.
Yeah, that is true. That's what they shoot for.
I don't think women are made.
They don't want
correct.
Like that.
That's what they shoot.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I see. That's what I say is the symbolism behind getting down on that one knee, because you're saying to them, "I promise that I'm going to be the one providing and taking care of you for the entirety." Exactly.
That's what they shoot for until they get older and they're childless, and they're not married. Well, women tend to want to get this person, right, that has this great career and all these on the list or whatever, your whole list or whatever, and then you go through, you waste your good years, that you can bear children trying to find this perfect guy with all these qualities, and then you get on the other side of it when you're childless and you're not married, and then you start leveling down. You start taking.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Actually, they're wasting their good years trying to be the strong woman that they were told to be. So it's not that they're looking for a good man. They're actually
Anton
wasting their
Daniels in the
years
building.
sleeping around, having their hot girl summer, building their careers.
Oh
and
yeah,
then they
not
get to 32
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, actually, I want a family.
Yeah,
and actually, the guy
I agree
I had a
with
hot girl
that.
summer with when I was 28 isn't going to be a good dad, and he doesn't call me back.
Here's the problem. We don't know because everybody's leaving. Everybody, the women that Chris is describing is leaving. The women that we're describing is leaving. Everybody is
I don't know
leaving.
if they're leaving though.
Yeah, I know one that ain't.
That's what I'm saying. So it's interesting because and so let me point this out too. Chris and I we're in two different generations, right? So we're seeing the woman differently. I'm seeing the 40+ woman that's like, well, girl,
who?
This is it. Like I don't care anymore. Like I just need help with bills, and it gets lower and lower the older I get. Back when I was much young, in my 20s, like we all were shooting, for the best candidate out there. Go ahead, John.
Who? You didn't. I know you lied. Wait a minute.
What?
You must have been talking about. What'd you say? You said a role model was a 40+ woman. What did you say about a 40?
I didn't say a role model was that.
What did you say?
Who said that?
Who's a 40+ woman? Ain't no 40-year-olds on this but me.
No. I said you don't know that, John. And I said that Chris and I are in two different generations. We keep the company of two different generations of women. My friends are much older. We're 40 and over. We're not younger like that where priority is different. There's a shift right after 40.
Shockingly, my friends are too. So all my friends are actually over the age of 38.
Okay.
And I hear from them, like I had a conversation with a friend recently, and she was saying how we were talking, and she was saying how she wishes that she went ahead and pursued her PhD. And she wishes if she had gone back, she would do things a little bit differently. Because people kept telling her, focus on your education, focus on your career. And she's thinking, if I had done things a little bit differently, I could have a child that's 20 right now. I could be married right now. And they're looking back and they're thinking about these things. And the thing is that there are a lot of women looking for the best candidate, but I think the best thing to do is look, okay, what can you get for whatever it is that you're offering?
Okay, so we're saying the same thing. Yeah.
You be introspective and say, okay, Canvas Samuels uses 5. I'm a 5. I'm going to look for other 5s and be honest with yourself. When you're 40, you unfortunately have to say, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get the men I was able to pull when I was 25.
Right. So we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, we're saying
we're saying the same thing. It's just that, and these are my personal friends. That's why I'm trying to choose my words carefully because they're on my channel and in my life. But yeah, they're like personally behind the curtain there. They're like, girl, like as long as he has a good job now, like I can't mess with that whole. He has to have, the six pack, the triple 6 figures, and and 6 streams of income. Like we can't do that, right? We have to. They're dumbing it down around me. Maybe it's a my circle. Maybe my friends are trash. We'll say that. I don't know. Like I don't know where we're going here, but it's definitely happening. It's happening. And even with my younger friends that do have children that have like baby daddies, they're saying that same thing that the ones over 40 are saying is because once you start doing things, you have to kind of take it down a notch, once life starts happening. But they're saying, yeah, I could have done this differently. I should have done this differently. Like, and
Anton, you're more than welcome to hop on. I'm going to drop the stream in again. I would love for you to come on the platform.
I mean, what you talking about, Unique? I'm sorry, I called you Unique. My friend is my
That's fine. That's fine.
We got Monique and Unique. She good.
That I was trying to make when CJ was on here. It's a lot of stuff that guys, and I told me you had a whole conversation about this, that we think guys who don't really understand women, and it's a whole lot of them out there, they think that way. Just like women try to think, like that girl said on the video, women try to think that we see things the same way they do, then we try to think that some of us, not all of us, try to see things the way we think that the women see things the same way that we do. And we don't. We do not. It's just not how that works, man. It's not how that works. It's not just your friends. It's a lot of girls that are changing the way that they see things, even as they get older and even when they're younger. Some of them just don't want to go down that road. Maybe they had one time they was looking for this specific kind of dude. Let me ask you something. When you're trying to land something, I sold cars for a minute, and it's all about the law of averages. You live in one of the fattest countries in the world. So what do you think your chances of finding that dude with the six-pack and he meets other qualifications? What's your chances? What are your odds? They ain't high. They are not high. It's even guys who are skinny, they ain't got a six-pack, they're just skinny. And then they look weird. They just look weird all the way around, like they shape funny. You understand what I'm saying? So why, just like it's hard to find that 1% man who makes $1 million and some dollars, it's just gonna be hard for you to find this dude who looks like this. You live in a fat country. That's why women are not so shocked when they do take his shirt off and they see a fat gut. You've seen fat guts. Your dad probably had a fat stomach. Somebody, man in your family somewhere, you done seen a fat guy before. Just like you done seen a fat girl. So it's not like, oh my God, where you come from? It wasn't like that when I was growing up. You had one fat kid in the whole school. And I can honestly say back then, you ain't getting no play. You ain't getting no act. You got fat shame. Like it was just one kid outside. On Saturdays, you seen kids playing. Boys went outside. We did stuff. We didn't have all this right here where you just sitting up there eating and swelling up. You know what I'm saying? So now it ain't no big deal. It's no big deal at all.
Yeah, we still arguing about the fat.
Yeah, I keep seeing CJ.
Just be fat. Just be fat and do you look. As long as your life is happy. But I don't like when people say this is what I have to do because I'm gonna get this prize. And that you could be fit as best you can and still be ugly as hell, still be broke as hell, still be dumb as hell.
Right.
Like
you can be fit. If you don't know how to talk to women, you don't know how to talk to women, bro. If you don't know how to make her feel special, you don't know how to make her feel special, no matter what you look like.
But I do want to say we do need to strive to all be healthy. Like that should be the goal in my opinion.
But not to get girls. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like to be healthy.
To get no damn woman.
Unless you're looking to procreate, like Chris was mentioning, like they're looking at it from a biological standpoint. Can you bear my kids when you're big and they have the highest rate of miscarriages? To be honest with you, like weight plays a big factor into creating a family for men, especially if you live like you Christians and you only got one wife.
Right. But then you got to look at age too. That's where the biological goes away because
unless they freeze eggs.
Well, I mean, like I'm 47 years, almost 50 years old. But when I was young and I was supposed to be fit, I was there. They would look and say, yes, I want to have. That's why I got 3 boys, 3 different women. They wanted to mate. That's just the way that worked.
I mean, you're also like you're an exception of men. Yeah, you're bro. You're taller than most men.
Well, yeah, I'm
6'3". 6'3".
Yeah, so I get passes. Plus, I carry my weight well.
Yeah,
and it helps to be barrel chested.
Y'all need weight.
Helps to be barrel chested with big shoulders and no titties.
Man, you could be fat and get women. I don't know what CJ is talking about.
Man, somebody hurt the man feelings, bro.
I think,
oh God, somebody done hurt his feelings.
Someone told him something.
What did Chris say?
I think what he was getting at wasn't that people can't be overweight, and like he wasn't saying that everyone who's overweight doesn't get women. He's saying that there are people who are being told, I don't want to date you because you're overweight, and then they go and they cry and they're mad at the world. And Kevin Samuels is saying, well, if they don't want you because you're overweight, maybe you should try losing the weight. Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, maybe I could try.
What a way to articulate.
It's not just weight. It can be literally anything. It can be are you
I get that, yeah.
You want to be in a certain circle, you want to be seen by these other men, maybe you should dress better. Maybe you should go to certain events more. So it's not just weight. It's you have this goal in mind. This is where you see yourself, but you're not doing any of the steps you need to do to get there. Maybe you should try these things. You know, these are people willingly saying,
now,
"Hey, I
like
want to
that.
be, I want to be
Right.
you. I want to be like you. How do I get to be in
Which
your
we all
team?"
agree with, but I don't think
I just think it's the
CJ
approach.
said you
It's the
can't be
approach that
fat.
people are kind of wobbly with. But it's not just so
Okay,
we're
you see what he's
we're like
saying?
hyper focused on the overweight thing. It's not just
I'm trying to tell
being
you.
fat. It's not just being fat. Unfortunately, that's the biggest issue that we have in the US, but it's not.
TJ's got his own demons,
It's
so
just,
that's why
the general
the
idea is
Yeah, because if you have you
Wait, hold
ever
on.
brought
Let
a
Chris
your own
let
bed.
Chris finish. Let Chris finish.
Yeah, sorry, Chris.
Okay.
The main idea, the umbrella, is accountability. It's make your own bed. Do what you need to do to get there. Don't complain that your house is a mess, but you didn't make your bed when you woke up this morning.
That
You know,
makes
you had the time. So that's basically all it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I think
we
especially
all agree with that.
Yeah. When we see
Yeah,
those
we
little
agree with your point on that, Chris.
Yes, you did, CJ.
You conceptualized there very well. Thank you so much, Chris.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
All right.
Yeah, like I
Hold
agree
on.
with Kevin Samuel.
Real quick. I want to do 1 second of last video before we get our guest of honor on. Right. Well, before he comes in, I kind of want to get you guys' reaction on this video first before the last question. So if you can mute your mics real quick, please. Fair use. Fair use.
On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
But what I would ask you, Anton, is speaking to the young bloods, you know, what is discipline? How do you get there? You've been there for a minute.
But no, I mean, it's easy. Listen, if you can control how you feel, and you can control your emotions, and you can control your desires, if you can look past what a woman looks like and focus more on the value that she provides outside of what she got between her legs, you'll be way more successful. I'm not going to these different cities to record these shows. Kay will tell you, Courtney will tell you, when I show up, I'm about business. I'm immediately about business. I'm like, yo, when we're recording, I'm setting up. We a party afterwards. Straight up, I'm about the bag, and I'm about being successful. And as a result, they rock with me. They fall in line. They take care of business. They on top of things. We about getting to the bag. We don't care nothing about all of that extra stuff. So I don't have to worry about the stuff that comes along with being, you know what I'm saying, being lusty or always desiring and all of that other type of stuff. It's about it's about fulfilling our purpose and taking care of business. I don't care nothing about all of that other stuff. So I'm able to control myself, which ultimately leads to the greatest results. And it's easy. It's simple.
Sound good.
That's my guy, Anton Daniels. But Neek, I saw you heavily disagreeing over there.
Sounds good.
Really? You don't agree with that?
I don't.
No?
I don't. Well, I don't know that man. Let me stop. I don't know him personally, but I know men, and I've having my job as a paralegal and traveling from state to state with these attorneys and, you know, people and their secretaries. They're getting out of town and they're wilding out. Like, I think men, unfortunately, I see men, like when the cat's away, the mice will play. Like, I think that they engage and sometimes overindulge in things, especially if no one has to know about it. And, you know, most of my best friends are men. And so they're going out of town. They are partying. Now, when he did say, I disagree with him before he put out the statement that he does work first and then he parties after. Because I thought where he was going was that he just doesn't party and he just goes somewhere to get a bag. And I'm like, yeah, right. You're around a bunch of women. You're successful. You're around a bunch of pretty women that are coming after you, you know, for your status, you know, and you're 9 times out of 10, I feel like you're gonna engage.
Yeah.
Black men don't cheat. That's all I gotta say.
What do you say? Men ain't cheat. All men. Did I say all men eat Black TV? Or I'm just saying men that I've been around. I've seen them do things that when no one's looking, and I have secrets that I unfortunately have to carry to my grave.
So before that, I wanted to show that video to preference this next question. Can men and women strictly be platonic friends?
Yes.
You're muted,
John.
John.
It depends. So that's not our go-to though. And it's controversial, and I mean, I don't care. People gonna disagree, whatever. But when a girl tell you, we just want to be your friend. Now we just waiting. There's a period that we wait around, and we hang around there. And if she turned right around, and she changed her mind, you may or may not engage her. Depends on what kind of person you are. Like, if you real confident or whatnot, you'll feel like you gave her a shot at the big leagues and she didn't pull on it. Now she gonna have to work to get you back interested. But if you not, and you really feeling her and you really want to be with her, like you feel like this your girl, then you'll come out that platonic real quick. You just come right out from up under it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you, man, you changed your mind. This is so wonderful. But it just depends. Cause I mean, I got homegirls that I'm cool with.
Yeah,
like real, like
that you wouldn't smash.
Yeah, I got some I would not smash.
Do you draw that line? Do you think they would want to smash you, or they would want to?
Nah, we ain't never went there, so I don't know. I don't think so. Like we talk, we friend zoned each other at the same time.
Right. That's the thing.
Like, I wasn't really interested. Here's the thing. I go beyond looks. If I know how I am, I know me better than anybody.
Yeah.
And if she picking, it's certain things that I know I can't be with a woman. Like I can't be with that woman. But it's other qualities that she have that I really like being around. But I know it's just 2 or 3 things that we would not get along. Like we would mesh good, but we would be better as friends. And once it gets to that point, yeah, we strictly platonic.
Yeah, I think you just both gotta want it, and the problem is
both of y'all gotta want it because can't be waiting.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alma, go.
But so you just both have to make that choice on your own individually. That okay, even if there's nothing wrong with her and she does seem like the love of your life, you can still make that choice. You can still go beyond your attraction to them. If it means, if you already have a girlfriend or if you're already married, you gotta make things above that, beyond that, than your general attraction to them. But I agree that it doesn't happen as much. It doesn't happen often because someone is always not platonic, and it's
normally is us.
No, and it's normally guys.
Yeah,
but that's also why you gotta be honest. Like, hey, you're a little bit too close to me. What's going on? Like, are you feeling some type of way?
Change your mind yet?
Yeah.
Is this what that is?
Yeah.
Nah.
Like you just gotta. You both have to.
You gotta be careful how that conversation goes, though, because
you might lose them. That's the thing. You might lose them, or you might. I don't know.
If y'all agree to be platonic, right? If y'all both want it, this is what y'all both want. As a man, you got to respect that by all means. Once it goes to that level, just keep it there. Keep it there, because you will mess that up. I messed it up when I was younger. I was real cool with the girl, and then we crossed the lines after the club one time, and everybody had left, and she ended up staying over at the room, and then we was like awkward because we wanted to get together, but we knew so much about each other, and we were young. You know how it is, man. When you young in your mid to early 20s, stuff that it's just different. When you're more mature, you can handle it. But back then, like she knew all my dirt, I knew all her dirt. We done messed around and crossed these lines, and now we just scarred.
Right. Yeah. But also when you're young, you're like, oh, so what? Let's ruin it. Who cares?
Yes, what do you think?
But now when you're old, you're like, I'd rather not.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I personally, I think it goes back to, I think you said dick discipline.
I was going to say it soon. Thank you.
So if a man has that, I do think it can be more mutual. But I think for the most part, a woman can probably have both female and male friends because she kind of like she's the one who gives the access to anything more than that, you know?
Yep.
Right.
But a man, unless he's really, really disciplined, even if he's unattracted to a girl, if she says, "Hey, let's do it right now," he'll probably be like, oh, "Okay, why? Why not?" You know, like I'm not getting anywhere else. So I think women can. There's of course some boundaries there. He probably, if you have a partner, you probably wouldn't, you know, be around this person after a certain hour or whatever it may be. But for the most part, I think maybe women can, but men can't. Yeah.
I think definitely comes down to one, dick discipline. But me personally, I think friends, platonic friends, like come over to my house at 9:00 at night and we're just gonna watch some Netflix, drink a couple of beers, and nothing is gonna happen. Friends, that's not possible. I think there's respect that can be gained between the two. Once
What
the
guy
guy
friend would you do that with? That's mad
Really?
sus.
Man,
you
like
better
a
not be
chill
watching
night.
Netflix.
I'm gonna watch Netflix with my boy at 9 p.m. I wouldn't do that with anybody except my girlfriend. You know, I would go to a bar with a girl.
Okay.
You know that's like the way we act for sex. You want to come over and watch a movie?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Netflix and chill. Netflix and chill.
Exactly.
Yeah. But like, okay, let's just say this: you're hanging out with your boy. The night it gets later in the night, and you guys are still just chilling, and you know it's not weird, it's not awkward. It's not there's no tension because I hope.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I would like to say, all right, we hang out at a bar. Why would we go to the bar and talk? Just
Like
talking
if you're
about
maybe
shit?
roommates.
Wait, you wouldn't just go with your buddy to the bar?
Like if there's like a sport going on, like if there's like a football game, I'd do that.
You wouldn't just go? Okay, hey, listen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Anton Daniels.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Hell.
You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, I'm traveling, hotel life. So
yeah, I was gonna say that's not your normal setup.
Yeah, I'm always on the road. You know me. I'm about the bag. Yeah, man, I'm a professional, bro. Can y'all hear me good? Is everything good?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
all right. So what's the question? Because I heard the young lady, is it Neek? Intrigued by Neek? Is that okay? Yeah, I heard her say that it's not possible to be disciplined on the road. And
I didn't say it wasn't possible. I was just saying that from my experience, I see people.
Well, you said that you
out.
disagree. You said that you disagree.
Yeah, and then I also said that I didn't hear you say that you work first, and so I was thinking like you saying like I just travel to work and not do anything, and I wanted to shed light that there are people out there wilding out, like doing all kinds of things.
Yeah, because they're weak. Because they're more driven by the things that they desire in their immediate future instead of being focused on the thing that actually add value to their life. See, let me help you to understand something. When a woman does not have to subject herself to the possibility that she has to be entertaining in that way, in which she can be completely focused on the things that she's focused on. See, the things that guys don't understand is that women are smarter than us, right? They're smarter than us. They add more value. Look, the greatest game in the world is chess. But if you really study a chessboard, you'll understand that it really tells a story about history. And that's the beautiful thing about it. That's why even though the king is to be protected, the queen is the most powerful piece on the board. Wars have been started, won, and lost based off of women, right? And so when you start to take that into consideration and you understand what the bag really means, then you know that I employ a lot of women. The majority of people that I employ are women. But one of the reasons that I'm so successful is because they'll die for me. They'll go off a bridge for me because they operate in a space to where they're completely in their element, and that they don't have to worry about anything other than doing the thing that they're absolutely great at. And so when you exercise dick discipline, even when it comes to me, right? So I'm married. I've been married for 17 years since I was 22 years old. I'm 39 now, right? Wildly successful, millionaire, started multiple businesses, the whole 9 yards. The thing about it is that the way I've been able to become successful is that I understand that everything is business. And so when I think about everything being business, I'm always focused on the thing that would drive me down or take away from my value. And me intersecting personal with business is bad business. Even side chicks, right? I have the option to exercise, right? I can do whatever I want and get away with it. However, I also understand that side chicks is bad business because I understand the value of my time. If you got a
Well,
side
it
chick, that
depends
means you
on
gotta
what
pour
kind of
into
side chick
her.
you have, though.
No, anytime, any minute. See, let me tell
I
you something.
disagree
It's
with that.
8,000. It's 8,760 hours in a year, and last year I made 1.2 million. That means that my time is worth roughly between $136 and $142 an hour. Any hour that I spend with you is time wasted. Time is my currency, and I understand the value of my time, so I'm never going to waste it on anybody that does not add value to my life.
But some people need a
how do you
side
know
chick, and
that?
that's what adds value to
How do you
their
know
life.
that? How do you know that
How
they
does that
wouldn't add value?
how does that add value to my life?
Some
How do you know
people
that it
need that.
wouldn't?
Some people aren't fulfilled in their relationships, and
And that's
they,
because they're chasing happiness. And
well,
nobody should
whatever.
ever chase. No. Nobody should ever chase happiness. Ever. You chase growth. And the way that you chase growth, because happiness is subjective. I've seen two bums
Agreed.
sit under a viaduct and be happy together. That's not what you should be chasing. You should chase growth. And growth causes you to be uncomfortable. And the way that you get uncomfortable is by putting yourself in a position that you can do things that other people can't. And that's the reason why there's people that are successful and people, even if you look at the Bill Gates of the world, if you look at all of the successful men that have had side chicks, we're having conversations about their side chicks when they've done all of this great thing and their legacy is now tainted because they were unable to control themselves.
Is it tainted? I don't think it's
It
tainted.
is.
I think it
is.
shows. I think it
Nobody
shows
is
that
talking
there's.
about how great Bill Gates are. They only talking about how many women he had at
I
work.
mean, because we've had that conversation all for years.
That's
So
commonplace.
we know he's.
Yeah, we know Microsoft. We all have Microsoft. So
Yeah.
what else do we have to talk about?
What you
And
mean?
It's news. It's
you wanna keep
new.
talking
It's new
about that?
gossip.
Yeah.
Again, this is the reason why I'm assuming that you're single, right?
Who?
You.
Very happily married, baby.
Oh, you happily married?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I digress on that. So let me apologize.
A lot of people do
I could be
because
wrong.
of the way. Yeah, I get you. You're not the
But-
first to think that.
But the interesting thing about it is that your mindset is off when it comes to business. It's completely off. And there's plenty of men. I'm surrounded by them all the time. I know doctors, I know lawyers, I know accountants. I know some of the greatest men that have some of the greatest net worths. And I'm trending towards being a decamillionaire, right? All of the men around me are disciplined. They don't subject themselves to that lifestyle at all because they have greater things that they're trying to achieve. And none of this nonsense feeds into any of that greatness.
But some people thrive when they have. I just wanna back up too because we don't really know each other. So
my whole life is online. The last 8 years,
I
can
know.
look
I'm
up
just saying
exactly how much I
right
make.
now. I don't really know you. So I'm just saying once you make these accusations or whatever, like my mind being off when it comes to business may not be true unless you're just saying that because I feel like that there is a place in some people's lives for side chick. Is that why you said that?
There's no.
But there
place
may
in person
be
for
because
side
that
chicks.
it depends on the individual.
It
And that's
doesn't.
just what I'm challenging. It's just it depends
It
on the
doesn't.
individual. Some men need
Yeah.
several women, like in polygamy. You need
They don't.
several wives
Those are
to
undisciplined men.
fulfill. Well, let them be
They weak.
undisciplined, but it works
They
for
weak.
them.
It doesn't
You
work.
can be weak or strong.
Listen. Just
Anton-
because we live in a free country and you can do anything you want, don't mean it worked for them.
You should.
Anton,
Don't mean it worked for them.
Anton, if then why is Bill Gates great if he had side chicks?
What are you talking about?
Like he's great and he has side chicks.
It's not. But here's the thing about it, and this is the part that people don't understand. It's not
Wasn't
about
that-
being great. Hold on. I'm gonna answer your question.
Yeah.
It's not about being great. It's living up to your potential. And I don't want to leave anything on the table when it comes to the thing that I was supposed to do and accomplish while I was here through weakness. So even as great as he could be, his legacy will still be tainted because he always have that blemish on his record. And there's plenty of men in history that have that blemish. And when the conversation comes to them, often at times they refer to that blemish before they refer to all of the greatness that comes along with it.
But Anton, didn't you already do that? So doesn't he deserve some side chicks?
There is no already. Okay, let me ask you a question. This is the perfect opportunity. How much is enough money?
I don't know.
You never have enough money.
Yeah,
exactly. So there's never a limit because you don't know what your true potential is. When you reach a goal, you set a new one. That's what men do. We conquer, we win. We continue to move the goalposts according to where we're at the time because we still have gas left in the tank.
Do you have time?
There is no already won. Already won for you is okay. He did this because that's the limit of your mind as far as what you deem as success. But that's not the limit for some other people that feel like they still have gas in the tank.
But why do that if not to be happy for a little bit?
What do you mean? Happiness is subjective. You telling me I can't be happy unless I do the thing that's not right?
Well, you're gonna do
what's not right about it though? What if that's the way they live their lifestyle?
You're gonna do whatever you're gonna do to be happy, and some of that sometimes it's and
which
it's
is
I'm not saying
the
it's not
definition of a weak man. Doing things based off of happiness is weak.
Right.
But you could be weak and still, achieve your goals and live a great life. So I don't get no matter how much money you have, you heard that before. We all go into the same grave. The grave is the same size.
Okay. Why do you think I coach people, right? And Clement already knows this. I coach people because I already won in certain aspects of my life, so I want to continue to push myself. And the goal is to leave this earth in a better state had I not been here. Right. So I continue to pour into people. Now people become my currency. It's not just about being happy. That's not it. The happiness, the money, all that stuff. It's not just about making money. It's not just about being rich. All of the money come along with it. It's about fulfilling your purpose. And if you're leaving anything on the table, it's a travesty.
Is that all it is though?
That's exactly all it is.
You're not allotted some time for yourself, sometimes to be weak.
That comes with it. No. Ain't no such thing as weakness. I don't believe in it. And this is the problem with society today, is because so many people have subjected themselves to this mindset that it's okay to be weak because they've been raised and coddled and society has allowed for it. But that's not how real can operate.
Being weak could be subjective because what you're calling weak, I don't
Every
think that's
argument
weak.
that you make is in favor of weakness, happiness, subjecting yourself to stuff that does not align with doing great things. And I don't understand
to fit in your world and to walk your path. But what about those people who don't give a damn about being a millionaire?
Oh no, we gonna move them off the board. Those are what we call pawns. We cool with that.
I'm not, because the pawns are on the board, and if they get past you, they become the more powerful.
What is your argument? What exactly are you saying?
My argument is that people.
Wait. Let me ask my question. Because every single thing that you said while I've been on this whole podcast is all in favor of negativity. So what is your argument exactly?
No.
Every single thing you said, nothing.
There's nothing negative about what I say. No, what do you mean negative about people being able to
argue in favor of doing the wrong thing? So what exactly is
the wrong thing in your eyes?
Yeah.
You're not God, dude. You don't end. You don't put a period.
What do being God have to do with? What do being God have to do with?
Because you think that your way is the right way.
Wait.
And now you want to call it negative.
You just said out of your own mouth that you know people when the cat's away, the mice will play.
I do.
So if they're not doing it in open without any kind of reservation with their partner knowing it, how is that the right thing to do in any way, shape, or form?
Because they feel like they can't live their lives out loud because they're going to get judged by people sitting on the internet saying that they're doing the wrong thing or whatever. Because their book has been written for them. Because their book has been written for them. Yeah, because their book has been written for them. That's why you got download men.
Yo, if you can't stand on your truth, if you can't do it with your backbone, and that means that you're weak. You shouldn't be doing it unless you can do it.
I agree, but I feel like society comes down on people and they can't be themselves because Yeah, excuses. And my excuse is that I feel like people are so judgmental and they put their own beliefs on people, and you can't just be. You can't be born and just be who you want to be, because you have to follow everyone's path that they have written out for you instead of just being.
You're right. You can't just be, because the beautiful thing about this country is that you got the freedom to do what you want, but you don't have freedom from consequences. And the thing about it is that when you start putting things in a context and you start paying attention to how all of these people are operating, what they're doing and what they're failing to doing is take responsibility and accountability for all the other people that they affect as a result of it too. Because when you down low and you can't do the thing that you're supposed to do, and you can't be honest with your partner, and you can't live your life in the open, what happens is you start to affect other people around you. That's why you got so many kids that don't have fathers. That's why you got so many broken families. That's why you got all of these people that feel like they can do what they want to do and have sex, but don't take the responsibility that come along with it after you get the results. I don't subject myself to that mindset. If you're going to do it, then do it and follow through on all of the things that come along with it. Don't just say I can do whatever I want to do because it makes me happy, because you're leaving a lot of collateral damage in your wake. And then other people got to come behind you and pick up the pieces for all of the crap that you're doing. I gotta deal with all of these men on a regular basis that's broken because somebody told them that they can do whatever they want to do without being accountable for themselves. And that's the problem. And Clement, no, I coach hundreds of men. I've coached thousands of men to being successful, of turning their lives around. And somewhere along the line, somebody told them that you can do what you want to do because it makes you happy. And that's trash. Because somebody like me then got to come behind. And although I do all the good and I live my life like an open book, and I try to be the exact reflection of what I would want my daughter to marry and what I think all of these dudes should really model themselves by, then you come behind and tell me that I'm not God. Ain't nobody trying to be God. I'm trying to be the thing that we need to be, instead of championing the stuff that's wrong. And that's why I questioned you in the first place and said, well, what is your position? Because everything that you're saying is all based off of letting people do whatever they want to do without any kind of accountability.
Because that's how I feel. And those are that's my personal perspective on life.
Which is exactly why men should not listen to women when they need to do what they're supposed to do. Fine. This is why we tell them this. This is exactly the problem.
You don't have to, I never asked anybody to listen to me. But what I'm saying is people need the ability. That's why we have down low men, because people
they not
can't
accountable.
express themselves. They can't they can't say things because you got other people saying, no, you have to live in this box. You have to do this. You have to do that. And then you got a lot of confused people that do need counseling as well, or therapy or whatever, or coaching.
And in the meantime, they leaving a whole trail of women that's lined up at the clinic, and more women in Atlanta, for example, in a down low capital, is being infected with all of these diseases as a result of people not taking responsibility and ownership, and then people like you supporting them as a result.
No, because they're made to feel bad about their life.
You're treating the symptom, you're not treating the problem, and that's that's the real problem.
The world doesn't owe you understanding, so
that's
you just have to own up. So, like, I understand what you're saying, Nick, because you're very empathetic and very sympathetic, which is wonderful. But when you take a step back and you really think about how your action can affect so many other people, generations, people have to take a step back and really think about how they can be accountable for those things.
I get that. But if you do things that don't affect other people, like, I don't really know, what happens after people do whatever it is that they do. I don't know, But I'm just saying, like, there has to be space. I don't want to go as far as like affecting someone with HIV, but I do think that people should be allowed, like, if you're born, you have a human right to be whoever you are. And, you shouldn't be made to feel bad because the Christians are on you about, being gay or, whatever it is. I think that people should have that space because this is their world too. They were brought in it. They need that space to exist.
Well, don't be on the down low and stop getting married to people and then subjecting
them. Well, I agree, but see, I agree with that.
Believing that you're supposed to be a specific type of way. Don't nobody want to hear your excuses, yo. These is grown men that decide every single day to do whatever they want to do, but you're not free from the consequences that come along with it. And you know what the unfortunate part about it is that it's not even us that suffer. It's not even the person that do the damage that suffer. It's the people that come after them. It's the children. It's the women. It's just the whole wake of destruction that come along with it. So then when somebody like me comes along and say, yo, you need to do better. You need to be proactive in your decisions instead of being reactive. You need to make sure that everything you do is intentional and with purpose. Then people will give me pushback. That's
that
unfortunate.
makes sense.
That's unfortunate.
Sorry.
Anton, do you? Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
I was just going to add on to that because I think you and Nick are kind of agreeing, but if people,
No, we're not. Not even all.
Okay.
Not even a little bit.
Well, let me try and find the common ground.
The mediator.
So basically, so I think what he's saying is if you live your life the way that you want to, you shouldn't rely on society to make you happy or accept you or choose you. If you're doing what you want to do, what you need to do, and you're making sure that you're not leaving this negative impact on those around you in your life, that's what you should be doing. And so it shouldn't even matter. Like it doesn't matter if the church disowns you or shuns you. If you coming out means that you're not affecting a bunch of people because you want to be down low and pretend to marry somebody and act straight and all of that, like you shouldn't do that. Like you should do that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And when I think down low, maybe I should have said like maybe I misspoke, y'all. I'm thinking about like in the closet, like people that hide
I think
who they are.
down low would be the thing.
Yeah, down low is when you're like sleeping with other women to prove that you're.
It's the same.
It's the same thing. Elmer, you want to say something though? Elmer,
Yeah.
you want to
Well,
say
I think we all agree that you shouldn't lie. I don't think that's the issue at hand.
No, we don't all agree. That's not what she's saying. That's not what she said.
So
I agree that we shouldn't lie, but I'm not gonna act like it doesn't happen, and I'm not gonna act like there's a reason, but a reason why people are hiding what they're doing or whatever.
But
is going on in their lives.
It's not acting like it doesn't happen. Is that when you lie, you need to know that you're going to get consequences back, or someone else has to do it.
I mean, that's a given, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much.
But it's not a given, because if it was a given and people understood that was consequences that came along with their actions and awakened destruction that comes along with the things that they do, maybe they would think differently about having dick discipline like I have.
Anton, do you think that most guys can be like you, or
In
like what you do?
Because I'm great in a lot of ways. Let's be clear.
Just like what you're trying.
Yeah, real
to
talk.
teach.
I'm that good. I'm that great.
Like that in the.
You might not like the vessel, but perfection comes. This is perfection. Let's be clear.
Yeah, no, you're a very good looking man. Would you say that most men could follow what you're teaching, or is it like a niche or like a percentage of men?
They do it every single day. I push men. Even the one guy that I kicked out of my Patreon, and Clement, I don't even know if you've seen my last live stream with Courtney, not the one that I just did with my wife, but the one I did with Courtney.
That one that he came back on, the kid with the reparation shirt.
And he acknowledged.
Yeah, I remember.
He acknowledged that, I was off, I was wrong, and I miss exactly everything that you sent. Clement, you see all the game that I give, because the thing that I coach, I don't just give game on finances, right? I give you all of the game on how you can move differently, how you can save money on your taxes, how you start your businesses, how you level up, all of that stuff. I make sure that the character comes along with it, because money doesn't make you a better person. It just makes you more of what you already are. So I hold people accountable. Clement, no. I call Clement out on his BS a lot of times, and I'd be like, check yourself, fam. And he was like, I didn't know you was going to say that to me. Man, I don't care. The only thing that matters is the truth. And it's only one truth. It's not your truth. It's not my truth. It's just the truth. Either you get it or you don't. Either you lazy or you productive. Either you married or you single. It ain't no in between. Ain't no gray area. It's just truth or it's lies. It's very clear. So yes, I think that men can do it, because I see them do it every single day, despite their circumstances and despite this echo chamber that we see online every single day of people trying to validate their behavior instead of trying to push them to be the best version of themselves.
Do you think that when men or people in general don't have the same goals as you, is that it's wrong?
You don't have to have the same goals. It don't have nothing to do with the same goals.
Nah. They got nothing.
Don't have nothing to do with the same goals. I just want you to be the best version of yourself. And if you leaving anything on the table, then that's the travesty.
And that's one of the values that I teach my boys. I had somebody asking me, why you still finishing up your PhD? So one, I started it. I have boys. And then 2, I want to leave a legacy. And then 3, I don't ask them to obtain anything that I can't do. I don't have them try to do anything that I can't do, I haven't done. So I can't ask them to do something that I won't do. So I have to look at it from how they see me. And going back to what Anton was saying, yeah, you have to be accountable for the decisions that you make. Like if I do something, I'm gonna own that. I'm not gonna make no excuse about it. I did it, I own it. And if it's something bad, then I will rectify that on my own, but I won't try to make an excuse for my behavior because I did that behavior. And at the time that I chose to do it, I wanted to do it. And that whole, do what make you right. The thing I teach my boys is I say, you do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. You do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. And I don't care how you feel about it. Dad, I'm tired. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But this right here needs to get done, like right now. And you can rest when you're done.
Yeah. Anton, what if people don't have a business-oriented mind? What if they don't care about that?
Everything we do in this lifetime is a learned behavior. Every single thing we do in this learned behavior.
Everything you do is learned behavior. Everything.
Everything. Clement know what I call myself. I'm the greatest C student of all time, bro. I am a lifetime C student.
Yeah.
If I can do it,
yeah.
I'm giving you the game. I give them the game.
You're saying
for free.
You're saying that people aren't people's interests are not something that they're born.
They're not disciplined. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be real, bro. Most men, I'm not even gonna speak on women. Most men just haven't suffered enough. They don't know what it feels like to truly go through something because they're coddled, they're overly protected, and they don't understand what it means to really suffer and go through things and be able to earn your salt and become the man that you're supposed to be through trial. Right. That's how you become great.
Yep.
Right. So wouldn't you have to be weak at some point to learn that?
No. Yeah, but you can drive that out of you though.
But at some point you have to have moments of weakness because they'll help you.
Oh, you talking about moments of weakness? You talking about within you? I thought you was talking about physically.
Both.
Physically. I mean, who goes to the gym the first time and they're Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah. Like you're driving that weakness out of you. But then at the same time, when it comes to character, morals, I'll give you a perfect example. I've built restaurants, right? I've done it online. I've documented it. I've gave everybody the blueprint as to like the video, the whole thing, how to go through the permit process, how to build it from scratch, the whole 9 yards, right? One time it was a guy, really great businessman, really successful, the whole 9 yards. As I understood who he was, I decided not to do business with him, not to go into a restaurant business with him, not to open up a second location with him. Why did I do that? Because he wasn't a person of good character. He cheated on his wife. He, was a slimy dude, in my opinion, not necessarily doing things bad, but he was not a person of good character. Now, why did I decide not to get more money with this dude? Well, let's just say, for example, we go into business together, right? And he decides, hey, we can cut corners or we can get a lower quality of product in order to increase profits. But ultimately, that would affect people in a negative way. I choose not to align myself with people that's not of good character, despite the opportunity that comes along with it to make more money, because money does not make you a better person. It makes you more of what you already are. So my point becomes, you have to have good character. You have to have discipline. You cannot be given over to everything that you feel. And it's okay to feel. Everybody have emotions, but you don't make decisions and you don't lead based off of those emotions. And that's the difference.
And I'm so glad he made that point, because this is something that I've been trying to mentor the younger guys around me and letting them know that you cannot, like, the world today are setting the generations up for the guys who are still around for failure. Because when guys who think like people who own things, you just heard the way he thinks. So if you come into a situation thinking that something's just going to be handed to you, you're not going to have to work hard for it, you're going to get pushed out the way. They're looking for that top echelon type of thinking person who is going to who does have good character, who does have good morals and good standards. Because even if we're not going in business together, you put my business at jeopardy with the way that you think and the way that you conduct business. Yeah, because when I hire you, you are a representative of me. And if you do something crazy, I'm the one who has to see that lawsuit. You might get listed, but at the end of the day, the money is going to come from me. So
I just want to make sure that there's no misunderstandings. There's no area that we did not talk about or deal with that is unclear, because I fully intend on walking away from this podcast helping people to understand that there is no gray area. There is no area that we should not cover. I'm fully prepared and willing to debate with anybody or have a conversation with anybody that feels differently, especially when it comes to men and how they're supposed to move within a society.
I see some disagreements in the comments.
That never came up. We know that. I hold my show every Monday night. We do shows on Thursday nights. They never came up. They're not built like that. We know that. We know that.
Their voice, right? We'll allow that.
And here's the key. Here's the caveat to it all, right? When you're the man that you're supposed to be, you don't have problems finding women. You don't have problems with women aligning with you, because ultimately you are the thing that you're looking to attract. All of the guys that I know that's winning in life, they don't have the same complaints about women as men that's not winning in life. They don't. And women naturally flock to them. Even the women that you would identify as not living in their purpose, or as too masculine or not feminine enough, or too career driven, they fall right into our hands. They just melt like butter when they get around us, because we are the men that you need to align yourself with, and they identify it. It's just a natural thing that happens in society. When you winners, people want to align themselves with you, and it's your pick. It's that simple.
That's something.
Intrigued by Neek? I'm sorry. I didn't know if you wanted to say something else.
No, I'm good.
You guys have any questions for Anton? Definitely a special guest, good friend of mine. Wealth of knowledge. So ask away.
Oh, I'm sitting up here soaking it all in. I know that I'm aligned on the right track. My mind, I'm on the right track.
Chris, any questions?
Yeah. So we were having a conversation earlier about so we watched a video where a woman was explaining what women should do to get high value men. I'm assuming like yourself. So from your perspective, what qualities do you look for in women?
I think that women need to stop dating.
Okay.
They need to stop dating, because when you date, often at times you place yourself in a space to where you're looking at all of the things that don't matter as far as when it comes to a mate, right? So, like, for example, when you go on dates or whatever, I don't know your situation, but I'm just saying women in general, or when people go on dates in general, they generally put their best foot forward, right? You're going to get their representative. And then often at times also, people build relationships based off of how they feel about a person. Love, looks, sex, all of this superficial stuff that's not really a good foundation to build a relationship off of. And so what I always say is you need to align yourself with people that's going in the direction that you're going. Date your best friend. And if your people and the people that's around you are not a reflection of the people that you want to date, then you need to get in a room with different people and start to network. And when I say network, I'm talking about spending quality time, interacting with people, going out, hanging out, truly getting to understand the people that you're trying to align with long term, because the foundation of your relationship should be built on something much stronger, such as friendship, principle, spirituality, whatever it is that y'all believe in. And it don't matter if y'all got separate interests. It really just matters about whether or not you truly understand this person, and this is the person that's going to, despite any of your flaws or despite all of your past or misunderstandings or whatever like that, this is a person that completely aligns with you from a principle perspective. And that's a foundation that you can truly build a relationship on. Love always comes.
Thank you.
But Anton, you're not born knowing that. How do you figure that out?
Knowing
If
what?
not dating. If what the most important things in a relationship are.
What are you getting out of dating? Tell me what you learn out of dating.
Experiences, emotions.
You learn what they tell you.
You just learn. You just
What they
soak it all
tell
in.
you. What they present to you.
Right. But it's never always like that. You can't always be presenting, can you? Or do you think that people are that strong?
That's exactly what we do every day. We salesmen.
Yeah.
You sell your kids on why it's important to go to school and not do drugs.
Yeah.
I sell my wife on why it's important for her to go and cook tomorrow or whatever like that. Everything we do, we're selling other people on why they should do things based off of how we think they should move differently.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
right.
how is it any different in the dating process? Whereas if you're in a network of people that's actually moving in a direction that you're trying to go, you get to see the intricacies. You get to see how they really think. When you become best friends, and I often say that I married my best friend first. That's the foundation of our relationship. It's the reason why it's so easy for me to be proactive. And whatever it is that I think, right? If I'm looking at a chick and I say, man, she bad, I'm kind of feeling a certain type of way, I'm proactive in telling her that prior to anything happening, because it allows for us to solve for, because it might just be that I'm in a moment, or it might just be that something else, or we need to switch it up or something like that. But she's my best friend first, which means that I'm not trying to not hurt her feelings. I'm trying to be open and honest, because the foundation of our relationship is much greater than how we feel at the moment, but more or less what we're building for a lifetime. So you need to date your best friends. You need to date the people that aligns with you, not just the people that look good or that you can find that meet all of the criteria on the app.
Wouldn't that still be dating though? Like it's all just.
It's not
finding someone.
I already knew my wife was my wife before we ever started courting.
Yeah. How did you know that?
You just know.
What do you mean?
She
was the dopest person that I ever seen in my life. I'm like, man, I'm never gonna let somebody else have her.
Right.
That's mine forever.
Like just looks wise, you mean?
No, just as a person. I never was interested in her from a looks perspective when we first started.
What if you find, like, what if you don't know that? What if you have to go around and see what kind of girl you want, or what kind of guy you want if you're a girl?
Your purpose is wrong, bro. Men should never be focused on women. Men should be focused on doing the work and becoming the greatest version of themselves. You'll naturally align yourself with the person you're supposed to be with when you're on your purpose and when you're out and about being intentional as far as building relationships, not necessarily just with women, but just with people in general.
So you find
I have
them,
a question.
You find them only in high school, in grade school, or at
no?
work?
What are you talking about?
Like, how do you find yourself around the people that you want to be with?
You go out, you interact, you go into places that you want to be. Like, for example, Clement.
That would be dating.
Hold on, wait. It's not. I didn't say go out with people. I said you go out. When you go out, you're interacting with people on a daily basis. I tell men all the times, and Clement notice, I say, don't work out by yourself. Don't work out at home in a silo. Go to the gym, because you interact with other people. You get to learn about people. You get to talk to them. You get to speak to them. Hi, what's going on? So on and so forth. When you go to the restaurant, stop sitting in a booth by yourself. Sit at the bar. Interact with people. You interact with people on a daily basis, but that does not mean that you're dating.
Wouldn't dating be a more direct version of that?
No, dating is, let's be clear. We all know why guys go out.
Yep, to hunt.
What are we talking about, bro? We want to be real or what?
To hunt. We trying to smash.
Yeah.
Somebody said they had a question.
Yeah, I have a question. So, let's see. So why do you think, or any men on the panel, why do you all think that so many men are caught in these compromising positions? Like, because I think that it's good, Anton, to, I guess, put that out there that you're in love with your wife. Like, she's the dopest person you ever met. Like, that made me smile, because it's like there are real relationships. Because I always look at relationships like, is it really like that? But so to hear you say that and she's not around, I think that's cool, right? So, but why do you think? Because
I'm looking forward to the explanation of this.
Yeah, because from what I experienced, to be honest with you, these men, they're in love with their wives, but they're just, I don't know if it's just greed or hunger, but they're doing things. They're doing things.
I got a question. I can answer that. It's got to do with the person itself. They ain't in love with their wife.
You don't.
They hear me out. Hear me out. These guys that you speak of, you know, they're not in love with their wife, because if they was in love with their wife, then they wouldn't dishonor her like that. Regardless of there's no such thing as a geographical bachelor if you're in love with your wife. What's happening is they are comfortable with their wife. You understand? Like their wife provides them comfort and solitude. Like they know good and well that this side chick that's what that is. That's all that is. That's it. She don't really want him, and he don't really want her, but he's just, you know, he's probably past it. They probably passed their for real dating stages. They don't want to go through the financial dealings. They might have kids or whatever, and they're having fun, but they're not. It's their character. Their character is speaking of what character is, what you do when nobody else is around. And if you can't do right when nobody else is around, that's their character. They have a character flaw. They have a flawed character, and there are a lot of men who have flawed characters. It's sad, but it's the truth.
Are you saying that everyone who's ever cheated on their wife never loved them?
How could you? Either you being fake with yourself about loving her, or you being fake with yourself about who you are as a person. But
or
somebody lying.
Or the temptation is taken over.
I live by myself. My girl do not live with me. I do not cheat on her. I'm here right now. I talk to Clement. And I'm always here.
Discipline. That's big discipline, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I take the time is coming close to us when we are gonna get together and we get married. I get to actually walk down the aisle and know I ain't cheat on her.
Yeah, I think that everyone is flawed. Everyone. That's the definition of being human.
But you have to learn over time. You gotta look at something. I'm 47 too. You understand? I'm 47 and I've been out with a lot of. I was wild when I was supposed to be wild. I didn't say when I was supposed to be wild.
Yeah, right. You need that. You need that moment. You need those moments. Those are the moments where you grow. Like, so it's not like it might be, I don't know, like those are the things that's why emotions were gods back in the day, because that's how they treated us.
Oh, man.
So like I think that Anton, with respect, isn't giving enough respect to the god of lust or the god of
God of lust.
You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did you say impulsivity? Did you say?
I have no idea what this man is talking about right now. I mean, it's just clear. We not the same, bro. That's all it is. We just different. We not the same at all.
Anton, could you go into a little bit of could you explain how you view your wife and your marriage?
My marriage is a business first. Everything I do is a business first. And that, this is going to be a deep dive, bro.
I know. That's why I want it.
But everything is business first. And I mean, marriage in itself is a business concept. You have to literally take vows before other human beings. You have to sign contracts. You have to get a license in the state in which you do it. There's over 1,100 benefits that come along with being married versus being single. It is a business first. So that doesn't mean that I don't love her, and I do. I love my wife dearly, and the love comes with it. But it's all business. It's 100% business. And I don't know how much of a deep dive you wanted me to go into with that, but it is business first.
Do you call your wife any special pet names?
I don't call her my wife. I call her my chick, or I call her my girlfriend, because it puts me in a mindset that I'm always dating. that I'm still dating. And so, you know, I don't get comfortable in any way, shape, or form. And I'm about business. I'm about the bag, because love don't pay the bills, and love won't ensure that she's taken care of if anything ever happens to me. Love won't ensure that my daughter's college fund is fully funded. You know what I'm saying? Love. I see people say they love each other and cheat on each other every single day.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it. For me, you know, marriage is always going to be a business first, because, and let's be clear, that's not how she looks at it, right? She looks at it from a love perspective, but that don't have nothing to do with what I think, because I'm the foundation of how this thing runs, right? I am the head of my household. So, you know, ultimately, if anything was to ever happen to us, they're never going to go to her and say, hey, why did y'all lose everything that y'all ever had? They're going to come to me and say, yo, fam, what's happening? It all falls back on my shoulders. My wife hasn't worked in 13 years. 13 years, going on 14 years. She's just started to explore the possibility of, like, you know, what her life would look like after our daughter is out the house and stuff like that. And so now she's entertaining the possibility. And it's not that she couldn't work, is that she always had the option to do whatever it is that she wanted to do. And I seen the value that she added outside of her bringing resources. We never needed her to pay a bill ever in life. You know what I'm saying? And so ultimately what it comes down to is that men have lost everything. They have given up everything that made them unique when it comes to the household, and they've relinquished their crown to popular opinion and people that feel like they should do things differently instead of focusing on the results. And the only thing that matters to me is the results, nothing else.
Damn.
Is that clear to me?
Yeah, that's fact.
Right. Some people aren't happy with the results, though, right? What do they do?
I told you it's not about whether or not you're happy. Okay, let me ask you a question. Because I see the type of person that you are, right? This is beautiful. This is a teachable moment.
Teachable moment.
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't have kids.
When you have kids, are you going to care about, do you think that it's important about how you feel about them, or whether or not you put in them the things that they need in order to be successful? I
think you need to have both.
Nope, one or the other. Because you can't lead with, I know it, that's how it works, because I got a daughter that's 13 and I don't lead with feelings. I would love to be her friend. I would love to be her best friend, and we are pretty much best friends. But sometimes she needs that hard discipline, or she needs a hard lesson in order to help her to understand that she can't move the same way that everybody else moves. She can't do what her friends are doing. It's not up to her what school that she goes to. I take into consideration what she says and how she feels or whatever, but ultimately it's my job to be her parent, not her best friend. So what I'm asking you is,
but she still has to like you.
Wait. No, she doesn't. I don't care if she likes me or not.
At
what
all.
are you talking about? That's extra.
You gonna respect me. You ain't gonna like me. I don't care if you like me. I'm gonna do right by you.
So my point is, are you leading with raising your child with how you feel or what's best for them?
Right. You can't make that the same road?
No.
Because sometimes they're gonna conflict.
They are.
Yeah.
Often. So which way do you go? I know why you don't want to answer the question, because it's going to contradict everything that you've been saying tonight. But go ahead.
I'm gonna answer it. I would go for the part. I would spite me for her, of course.
What does that mean? It's a very clear. It's A or B. Do you go with how you feel or what's best for them?
What's best for them? That's what I mean.
Okay, so how does that not apply to every other aspect of your life?
Because you don't also have to have that. If you can find a balance between both those things. If you're smart enough, if you're educated enough, you can be.
Give me an example.
So it's about.
And that's wrong too, but we'll get to that. Because it's not about being smart or educated. The men that's most successful are the people that have the greatest work ethic and put in the most time, and they endured long enough to get to the results. I know plenty of smart people that's broke
And smart can't be measured anyway, so
I
nobody knows
know,
how smart they
I
are.
know a lot of people
Score it
that's
in school.
smart that's broke.
Right, right. But you can find a way to, you can find a new way to explore different options and maybe come up with a way where you can have a more balanced road.
Explore different options. How?
So let's say back in the day, it was when
Nope. 2021. Because here's the thing, and here's the thing. This is not Call of Duty, fam. You don't get to respawn. You get one shot. You got one kid.
Yeah.
This is not. You don't get to explore.
You got to get it right.
But you have no choice but to explore, because you don't know what to do the first time you come off. So all
What do you
you're
mean? We
doing
have
is
real
exploring.
statistics that says that if you lean towards this way, you have a better probability of them being more successful. Like, for example,
I mean,
kids
but
that are raised in two-parent households are more likely to be successful, less likely to depend on drugs, less likely to end up in jail, less likely to be dependent on their friends in order.
Successful people, though, single
Wait,
moms.
but we have. That's the anomaly. That's not the majority.
Right.
So which part you gonna lean on? You gonna lean on
But
the anomaly?
But why?
Or are you gonna lean on real statistics that
But why
says,
did the
yo, if you do
anomaly
it this way, this is a better opportunity.
But why did the anomaly work?
It could have been a grandparent. It could have been somebody. It could have been extraneous variable that wasn't counted during the real statistic that stepped in and it worked.
My point is that there isn't one way for success. There isn't one right process. There isn't one truth. There is a way where, and you can call it an anomaly, that's fine, because it is less of the majority, but doesn't that mean that something exists? That there
Why don't you not go to work and play the lottery every day?
You can do that.
I said, why don't you not go?
Why don't
and play the lottery every day?
Because I don't think it'll work.
But wait a minute, there are lottery winners though, right? It can work.
Yeah.
So why not lean towards
probability of it working is not that great.
Why not lean towards that?
Right.
Why not lean towards?
Well, that's different because it's a choice. If you're a single mom, that's not a choice for you.
It is a choice.
It is a choice.
The dads just leave.
It is a choice. Over 80% of divorces are filed by women.
Right. Who's leaving their kids? The dad.
Over 80% of divorces are filed by women. You're not gonna gloss over it.
Right. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. We're talking about single parents.
That means that women choose to leave the overwhelming majority of their time from a marriage.
What majority of men are leaving their pregnant baby mamas? Is that mostly women running away?
I don't think that you're really paying attention to what we're saying. This is real facts, stats.
No, yeah, I get the stats, I get the numbers, I get the business.
Every time I present you with a fact or a stat that's different from your talking point, you go on to the next thing without addressing, or you always lean towards the minority.
Right, because you're gonna keep telling me stats, and I'm telling you that
I speak out of facts. I don't speak out of how I feel.
Right, and the fact is that the stats are not 100%. So there is something else out there. That's what I'm trying to say.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
I know. I can tell. I can tell right away, bro. Because no woman is ever going to lean on a man with your mindset.
Right.
They'll settle for it, but they're not going to choose it. They're not going to choose it.
That's not good enough.
You would want a woman that settles for you instead of choosing you? That means that she couldn't get her first, second, third, or fourth option. So
that's always going to be the case, even for you, Anton.
Okay. No, it's not. I was the first option. She was a virgin, the whole thing. My wife was a virgin, and as a matter of fact, I turned her down. I said, "Nah, I'm not interested."
Yeah,
she came on a live stream and said it out of her own mouth.
Do you think
I'm the first option? Let's be clear. I'm the most alpha that you've ever seen in your life.
If that's true, do you think that everybody is having the same experience?
I don't operate based off of everybody anymore, based off of the conversations that you're having, because you're going to keep on moving the goalposts instead of addressing exactly what it is that we're talking about. And the truth is that I speak to the majority. If you having a problem, within society, if I go in a black community and I say, and this is just an example, if I go in a black community and I see the overwhelming majority of people are having the same issue, I'm not going to address the anomaly. I'm going to address the majority because I'm looking for the best results possible. That's that's just how I think.
Yeah.
I understand that you always looking for that needle in a haystack. Good luck with that.
We always got to look for it, right? Because there are, even though most men aren't leaving their kids, it's the men that do leave the kids is still a problem. It's still causing a big problem for society.
But again, you're
So
trying to treat the symptom.
For that?
You're trying to treat the symptom instead of treating the real problem. And when I give you facts to back up what the real problems are, if I go all the way back and say women were incentivized by the federal government to walk away from their marriages, and that's why you start seeing a dip in the marriage rate, and that the government said, hey, you don't have to depend on a man anymore. You don't have to work it out. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. If I say that that's a factor way back in the 50s and 60s, what would you say to that?
That's fucked up.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God. That's good.
Elmer? CJ might have been right. Elmer, you roll up one while we was I had my camera off one time.
Elmer, bro.
I'm always high on life.
That's cool. You
Oh,
cool,
man.
Elmer. I like you, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Listen, I understand that I'm built different, but the one thing that I will say is that I'm a man's man. I'm a throwback, and the results have been proven, not just with me, but with my three brothers. All of them married young, never been divorced, successfully married. All 7 of my uncles on my mother's side, successfully married, never been divorced. Both of my uncles on my father's side, successfully married, never been divorced. Father, only reason that his untimely death, but they didn't get divorced. My mom was widowed and then remarried about a year later, successfully married. So when I'm saying that, and we're all incredibly successful. So when I'm saying that the results are based off of real life statistics and facts and ways in which you need to operate in order to be successful, that dick discipline is real, that people don't walk away when you operate in your purpose and you live your life a certain type of way when you're intentional. It's real, man. I'm not talking just based off of my ass. Like, I'm talking based off of the truth and real life experience. Like, my discipline has netted me successfully in so many different ways, including financial. Even though that's not the foundation of why I do what I do, the money come with it. So when you live your life purposeful, and you're operating outside of how society sees things, and you start to separate yourself from the people that think a certain type of way and align yourself with people that's actually conducive for your life, the results come. But it's all about being intentional. So we can keep going with all of this anecdotal evidence and how people feel and all of that. When it comes back down to it, either you're a winner or you're a loser. And it's a way to be a winner. And if you choose to walk away from the idea of being a winner, then you have to be accountable for the things that you've done that comes along with being a loser. But I'll never be a loser because I have big discipline. I'm focused. I'm intentional. And this is the blueprint for how you become successful. It's as simple as that, bro. Oh, you don't have a comeback for that, Elmer?
No, I agree with a lot of what you say, Anton.
Oh.
It's just the small percentage. That's where I live.
Well, I guess it depends, because if it's 100% of everybody that I know, then it's not that small.
Create your circle.
It's all about that circle, baby.
I see the wheels turning in your head, but it don't. I guess no. Don't worry about it, Brown. Don't worry about it,
guys. Any more questions to ask Anton before we close out? Actually, you know what? There's one last video that I want to go over, going over dick discipline. All right. So if you guys could all do me a favor and mute your mics. Fair use.
So then she drove back to her place. Oh, you want some of these?
Nah, I appreciate it.
Bet. She took her panties off, threw them on the ground. I looked at them. They was white. But they had some brown spots in them. So I said, what that is? She looked at me. She said, I ain't even gonna cap.
Oh, hell no.
I said, nope.
That's disgusting. Damn, so how'd you get back home? You had the Uber?
What you mean, my boy?
Oh, no.
Got to see it through, my boy.
God damn it.
I had sex with her.
Dick discipline, ladies and gentlemen. All right. On that note, you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns? Awesome.
All done.
So
Can I plug my Can I plug my Instagram, Clem?
Not yet,
so
Elmer.
surprised.
Oh, my bad.
I was
Not
listening.
yet,
I'm
Elmer.
ready to hear more from Neek.
Neek?
What I do?
I said I was just interested in hearing more from you and hearing your perspective.
We good.
Awesome. Well, on that note, guys, we're going to do one last shout out. Shout out your platforms. Start with Christina.
Hey, it's Chris again. You can follow me on Instagram at The Blooming Ebony, and then look out for my next YouTube video coming out soon.
Awesome. Send all that stuff to me and I'll add it in the description for the video, all right?
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
John, your mic, you muted.
Hey, thanks again for having me on the show, Black Wall Street Trading LLC, and I want to give a shout out to my girls channel, my home girls channel, 3MLO, Three Married Ladies Opinions.
Oh, that was them over there?
Yeah.
They were awesome. They were awesome.
Oh man, yeah. Actually, she wants you to be on her show.
Oh,
I'm flattered, man. I'm flattered. Thank you.
Yeah. Is that all right if I give her your number?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Awesome. Networking. I love it. Elmer, go for the plugs, bro.
Yeah.
Show off that dog.
My Instagram is at Spanish_Lotus. I'm not a YouTuber or anything. I just want. I'm lonely. I want to make some friends. So
You got some good
just add
TikToks
me.
too. So
Oh yeah, at Spanish Lotus on TikTok. They're really funny. So add me on that too, please.
send all that stuff to me and I'll add it in the description. All right. Neek.
I'm Neek. It's been a great show. Interesting point. I did enjoy speaking with everyone.
Awesome. Your YouTube channel as well, Intrigued by Neek.
Oh yeah, what you been doing on there?
Twerking.
Oh god.
Well, Anton, you want to shout out your platforms? Give one last.
You know who I am, man. The king.
Come on, man. You're already on the big screen, bro. You're already in the middle of everyone. You got to say something now.
I don't know, man. I'm the king. I'm the prototype. I'm perfect. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm not perfect because I'm one step away from my final form. I'm in the gym now, and once that happens, it's over. It's nothing that nobody ever gonna be able to do. So, the king is here.
See those button ups fitting up snug on you now, huh?
You know what though? I decided to go with the hoodie tonight. You know when hoodie time come out.
Yeah,
it's
you chose violence.
Yeah, man. And listen, I got this one made just for you, Clement.
That's fair. I appreciate it.
They'll adjust.
Awesome. Guys, it's been a great show. I appreciate all of you coming here. On that note, we are